UK withdraws from the European Union. Uh, COVID-19 spreads as an epidemic. The Dow drops to the lowest since the Great Depression. The Olympics were postponed for the first time in history. The government just released footage of UFOs,
Yeah, they do that
supposedly.
every couple of years. They're like,
Yeah,
stop
that
looking at
happens all the
this.
time.
Kim Jong-un died. 5 hours later, he reported he wasn't dead.
You're just brain dead.
And now we have murder hornets in the United States. Like
What
just
now?
murder hornets.
Have you not heard of this?
Yeah, I heard of
No.
these murder hornets.
No, what's up? What are those?
Giant scary bee that stings and kills.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically
God.
they go in packs. They're Asian hornets that has
Would be.
yeah, that their sting is the worst sting out of any bee, and their venom is so toxic because they sting in multiples. 50 people have been killed already.
Jesus Christ, where are they?
They've just reached. They're in New York
That's crazy.
and they're in Washington State.
Bunkers.
Fuck.
Yeah, worldwide, 50 people died, not in the United States. They just made it here, and the first couple of cases have just been announced of people going to the hospital from being stung multiple times by what are called murder hornets.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So just starting off the year, and it just fucking escalates in a weird ass pattern. Now we're up to fucking
Yep.
murder hornets.
I remember when I used to be a murder hornet.
There you go.
Like,
But I was
can 2020 just stop? Can it just stop fucking with us at this point?
Yeah. And there was a bunch of other stuff people added in there too, like Harvey Weinstein and all this shit.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Oh
There was
God,
so
that
much
was this year.
like, just to going from Prince Harry saying he doesn't want to be a part of the royal family to like fucking murder hornets.
No,
Like
going
everything
from,
in between.
Going from, man, I sure hope that 2020 is better than 2019.
Yep. This could be my
To-
year.
Fuck. I feel like we've been saying, man, I really hope this year is better than last year for like 5 years now.
I know a lot of people are like 2020 is my year. Best Buy Geek Squad 2020. That was their Geek Squad 2020 was their motto last year and the last 2 years, and then well, shit.
Dude, this
That
is
didn't.
fucked of a year.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, and it's just like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like the second like Kobe Bryant passed in a helicopter crash, I had a feeling this year was gonna be fucking wild, and then it just took off even more from there. Like that was insane. Just thinking about all the little things, one to the other, to the other, to the other.
I wonder what 2021's gonna be like.
It's gonna be literally it'll probably be the smoothest year in history.
Oh,
something
that would
like
be
that.
the best thing ever. Like no wars,
Nope.
no like crops are good,
um.
everything's great.
Somehow the world announces world peace and everybody's all in everyone's in harmony and we're good to go.
Yeah. Oh boy, that would be a fucking
Stephen
pipe
Hawkins
dream.
comes back from the dead,
There you go.
along with his good buddy.
Steve Jobs and Walt Disney all Tupac.
Well, Walt Disney comes back from his, being cryogenically frozen.
underneath Disney
Bob
World.
Ross.
Bob Ross comes back from the dead and is just like,
Elvis and Jesus.
God
They're like,
bless.
hey, we've just been hanging out for the last couple of years, man.
Hmm?
Like, wait a second, what?
Jesus
we
gets
told-
resurrected. And he's like, "Sup, guys?
What's up, bros?
Sup?"
And man,
Yeah,
all these other
about
years,
time.
these fucking apocalypse shits were gonna happen, and now it's 2020, the year that no apocalypse was supposed to happen. Because we had 12, 12, 12. The fucking
was
movie
wor-
was based off
I
of
was
it.
working at Toys R Us at the time.
Of 12,
and-
12, 12.
Yeah, and I remember sitting in the break room and just looking at my phone, just going, "Huh, we should have died by now."
Yep.
And
12,
I was like,
12,
huh.
12 at 12, 12. The Yellowstone National Park was gonna explode.
Yeah,
And then there was the Rapture. I worked at Best Buy at that time. We had a couple people there at the store who actually like hardcore believed it was
Really?
gonna happen. Yeah. A bunch of them I remember they asked to leave and Brandon Fresh was like, "You're joking, right?" Like, no, man, like shit's gonna happen.
Nah, fam.
And then
Shit's
he
real,
actually,
dog.
I remember
I
we were all,
wish I was kidding, bro.
I remember we were all chilling at the front door. The store magically at the time that the rapture was supposed to happen, we had 0 customers. It was like
Wow.
3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Brandon Fresh was the ASM, and he was like, "Okay, this is actually fucking weird. Why isn't there anybody in the store?" And then the time clicks. We're sitting there,
Oh
and
shit.
they're like, and then
Did the
nothing happened.
rapture actually happen?
Yeah, and then what the fuck was it? 2K. I remember that. That was big.
Yeah, I remember 2K. Which 2K? 2K19? NBA? Dude, like I
The
played the shit out of
Y2K,
that. Okay.
Y2K, Y2J, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. I remember Chris Jericho. I remember when Chris Jericho was supposed to destroy the world
Yep.
with his walls of Jericho.
But yeah, I remember that. The fucking
Chris
stickers that Best Buy put on Best Buy. The stickers Best Buy put on Best Buy. Yeah, the
Chris
stickers
Jericho was going to drop
break
nukes,
the walls.
break the walls down. He was supposed to wall Jericho all these nukes across the world.
Oh man, that was hilarious. The fucking stickers they put on. Make sure you turn off your computer, before midnight on New Year's Eve. Like Best Buy actually fucking put stickers on laptops.
Oh
was
man, there was this one town, I think it was in like Colorado or Wyoming, where New Year or the turn of the millennium, like some out of like some freak thing, their I think it was like their water system went down, like the computers at their like water plants went down, just random, just out of like a like a freak thing, they just went down, and everyone was freaking out.
That's fucking hilarious. Okay, 21st century. Let's see what we got here.
So like, so the 2010s was filled with like terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
The 2000s was
2020s.
filled with
no
the
2000.
2000s were filled with
The
like
teens.
wars.
Yeah. Yep.
And then now 2020 is going to be the decade of pandemics.
Pandemics, plagues, and other random shit that's just gonna kill everybody.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
So it's
Data
like
breaches.
all of the years that all the wars took place, like not many people died, but now that like none of the wars are taking place, now it's just gonna be fucking plagues and bees.
Of course, that's how it
The
works.
bees are back for revenge.
The bees. Not the
Just like-
bees.
Like fucking A. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. I'm trying to find all of the all the different dates that was predicted the world was gonna end. There's a bunch.
I wonder where Nate went.
He gave up the finger, the one.
Yeah, I'll give up. I'll give up a finger.
Give up the finger.
I'll give up your finger, you fuck.
Give
There
up
was
your
a-
mother's finger.
Someone had talked about why the government released photos of UFOs. It was to like get the topic off of something else, but I don't remember what it was.
Probably. Oh, they do that all the time. They declassify shit when people are like, huh, we should look into this.
I don't remember what it was. I don't know if something Trump did or
Wouldn't
something
surprise
he
me.
said.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Can't remember. But yeah, it was just like the government released videos of UFOs. Maybe it was, but I can't remember
fuck,
what
yeah.
it was.
I mean, it could have been.
It could have been.
Very well could have been. Guys, no, don't actually inject bleach into your bloodstreams.
I'm gonna.
So just to show that Schroeder's an alien and he can predict the future. So we all know that the Cool Cats and Kittens is like that Cheryl Baskin thing. Like hello,
Yeah.
hello all you cool cats and kittens. So on my Facebook timeline, Schroeder just posted, hopefully it shows. It says, "What's up, cats and kittens?" Like he knew that was gonna be a thing 2 years later.
Fuck.
You knew it. He predicted the future.
He predicted Tiger King.
It's that with a dash of Mandela effect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jeff, did Carol Baskin kill her husband?
I'm pretty confident. I think so.
Fuck. Someone get this man on Netflix. Someone
Do it.
call up
They're releasing the second season. Like literally going into depth about Carol now.
So who hosts it now? Who hosts Tiger King?
Nobody. It's closed.
Well, no, like who hosts that like follow up episode? Who hosted it? The Where Are They Now special.
It was because they released one a couple 2 weeks ago. It was the guy who made the actual made the show because
was
of how
it?
much. Yeah.
I thought it was someone else. I don't know. I thought it was someone weird like Chris Hardwick or something.
Well, the guy who made it was involved because of everything that went in depth, and no one gave a shit about anything else. The majority of the people, all they cared about was Carol and if she killed her husband. And the funny part was, like, the guy said in an interview, like, yeah, that was only supposed to just be like, so you get information of who she is, not realizing that was literally gonna be like the
biggest
center
meme.
point of the fucking show, where everyone's like, did she actually kill her husband? The funny thing is, her big cat rescue is still open, but you know for a fact that there's this show was probably the best thing and the worst thing that could happen to her business.
Oh yeah.
Because the fact that it's still open, that people are gonna want to go there because they're gonna want to see if they can see Carol, because she works there.
Yeah.
They're gonna go there to see if they can see her.
And then just harass the shit out of her.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. And the bad part is now she has publicity, but it's all, did you kill your husband? Did you kill your husband? And then they actually released a statement on, I think I talked about this, but they actually released a statement, the Big Cat Rescue, that they were lied to, that they only did the interview because Netflix said it was for background purpose. It wasn't actually to be aired on the show. It was just to get an idea and to talk about Carol.
Bullshit.
That the way that Netflix presented it to them, it was this content wasn't going to be used. And
someone didn't read the fine print. That
yeah. So and so now because of Netflix, that their not their careers, but their whatever's tarnished and all this other stuff, because Netflix misused their information and manipulated it and everything else.
Yeah,
it's like,
sure, bud.
He said the guy, Carol's husband, said they would have never let Netflix interview them if they knew that Netflix was going to use the content and it was going to shape the way it shaped. Where now they're going to make a second season.
I sure believe that, bud.
Yeah, they're going to make a second season of Tiger King now based solely off Carol and to investigate more into the murder of her husband, which is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Shouldn't be killing husbands.
Exactly.
Supposedly the FBI has reopened the case as well, and they're going to be interviewing the people that were interviewed on Tiger King.
I can't imagine. Like, I could just imagine the director of the FBI would just be like, "Huh, I wonder what this Tiger King show is about." He plays it. He's like, "Fuck, we need to reopen the case."
Like, oh, I didn't know all these people. Yeah, I didn't know all these people out there existed that had information.
He's texting his buddies at the FBI, just like, "Yo, turn this shit on now."
Like, hey man, I think we have a lead. Like, what do you mean you have a lead? I thought it was a cold case. Well, yeah, but somehow Netflix found like there's like 15 people that know about this. Like, I don't think that's gonna look good on us.
The director of the FBI just texts his buddies, being just all caps, "Carol Baskins did it."
Like, how'd you find out?
Just
fucking
Carol
Netflix.
fucking Baskin, all caps.
Like, how did you find out she did it? Fucking Netflix. It came through again, man. Like,
That's impressive that, you know, the FBI saw a Netflix show and was like, maybe we didn't do our jobs.
Yeah, maybe we should look into this.
So, but according to what the FBI said at the time this all happened, which was like in the was it 70s or 80s, was when her husband got ate, that they didn't have the technology then to
You didn't have the technology to talk to people.
That
so
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's because Netflix has so much
Like-
more advanced technology than the FBI right now.
Well, I mean, we're like 30 years ahead, but like it doesn't line
Like,
up.
they do that shit for like, oh hey, this person was murdered. Like,
yeah,
oh, but we got the wrong person.
yep.
Like,
Oh, that dude was in jail for 40 years. Shit. We might want to release him. He
oh,
didn't do it.
imagine how pissed you would be. Imagine going to prison, getting like life sentence in prison.
Like, we apologize. We found out you didn't do it. Oh, what'd you do? I was browsing through my Netflix history and it gave my list. I decided to watch this documentary.
Right?
Oh,
Put it on
fuck.
my suggested feed.
Yeah, and it just came up. Well, it was like the Pizza Bomber one, where when that aired on Netflix, like those FBI agents got so much shit for because they did interviews afterwards, like, hey, why wasn't this done? Why wasn't this done? This said, this said, this said, this said, and they were like, well, at the time, we didn't really think about it, and we didn't have the resources to
You know,
Bullshit.
go for this.
you know, it was a different time back then. You know, we may have partied a bit too much the night before.
They're like, why didn't you investigate the truck that you knew drove up this road and you saw it, but you just completely ignored the fact that the Pizza Bomber's vehicle was sitting in this field? Well, at the time, it wasn't. It's like you could have fucking ran all this shit.
Netflix
Yeah.
dunking on the FBI since 2019.
Dude, I remember watching those interviews though after that Pizza Bomber thing, and the fucking questions they were just coming in like, what do you mean? This fucking happened in the 2000s. How didn't you have the technology to look into this? Like, well, 2018 was
You're the
different from 2005.
fucking FBI.
Fingerprinting and like criminal record and tracking and all that shit hasn't changed much.
No.
Have you seen CSI back then?
Yeah, they were like,
I'm sure Sunglasses Guy probably could have figured
Yeah.
this out.
He took them off real fast or real slow, and he analyzed the whole situation. By
Yeah, they-
George.
they were like, well, like you knew where the fucking Pizza Bomber went. Like you seen his vehicle and you traced it all, but you didn't follow up on anything. And they were like, well, we just didn't have the technology to do it. Like you fucking knew where everything was.
Shit.
Like
Yeah, I
you
don't believe
literally
a word of
said
that.
in the documentary that this was here, this was here, this was here. But unfortunately, it wasn't really.
You had all the dots literally in a row. You just forgot to sharpen your pencil, so it kind of
Yeah.
faded out as you were going down.
Yeah, they literally addressed like why they didn't do it, and they're like, well, at the time we didn't really have the ability to do so. I'm like, motherfucker, like, please. But Netflix though, those documentaries on Netflix though, they are very fucking interesting to say the least. Fucking Erie, Pennsylvania, getting the light shined
my
on it
God.
for a week.
So I was watching I'm still on the kick of watching those like murder things on YouTube.
Yeah.
Those murder cases things. And one of the ones like this dude got wrongfully imprisoned for like 15 years. And they
Jeez.
talked to like a local like news station, interviewed the guy that put him away and was like, "Yeah, I'm not sorry at all. I'm not sorry. I did my job.
Whoa.
Like we put a bad guy in prison." It's like he did nothing wrong.
What do you mean you put a bad guy in prison? Fucking dick.
You had the bad guy just roaming around the streets for 15 fucking years.
I would be. I wonder if you can sue the state at that point if something
Oh,
like
probably.
that happens.
Yeah. Well, because your life's fucked.
Yeah. Fucking miss 15, 20 years of your life because you were wrongfully prisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. What'd you say, Schroeder? You said? What'd you say, Schroeder? Can you hear us?
My Discord is being uncooperative.
There you
Keeps
go.
Oh.
freezing.
That sounds like Discord.
Fucking
Yep. Yeah. Can't.
time to go to
Let me just
Mixer.
How does that mean go to Mixer?
I don't know.
Time to go to Skype or Ventrilo.
Figure
Guys, let's
Microsoft
start-
has something.
Microsoft Teams.
There you go.
Use
Oh,
Microsoft
Teams is
Teams.
such shit. I fucking hate it.
Google has
But I use it
one.
at work.
Guys, let's just start using Skype from now on.
Google has one. They just released it, I think, last week.
Is Google Hangout still a thing? Or did Google kill it? I can't.
They killed it and superseded it with something else.
It's
The fuck?
Google
I actually talked
Meet,
to
I
someone
believe?
who's it's
Schroeder
Google
and
Meet. Google Meet
Did
chats.
that happen too? Do you?
Yes, we could use
Walker?
Google Meet.
yeah, you fucking switch spots. That was fucking weird. Okay, let me switch these names now. I was about to say you guys ready to go live, and all of a sudden I look and Schroeder's.
Well,
in a
when
different
his
spot.
video pops back up, he should switch back because that seems to be what happens.
I gotta wait for him, and we'll go.
That'd be a
Oh,
long ass
live.
preamble.
That was a good preamble though.
Gozaimasu.
It's the
Where we
benefit
at
of
with-
what you get for the being a Patreon.
Yeah, we're at 25 minutes. 25-minute preamble.
Nice. Talk about the random
Little,
shit.
little bit more entertaining for everyone involved than me and Nate talking about JoJo for 20 minutes.
Hey, some people like that shit. So
Hey,
hey, bitch.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hello.
How you
Hey.
doing?
That's what I do when I slide into people's DMs. I just go, hello.
ni hao.
Hey you. Hello you.
Ni hao ma.
Speaking of you, it just got renewed for season 3.
What, you?
Yeah.
What's you?
Sure. Did you ever see those memes with the guy like looking over the fence when he's just like, "Hello, you." It's his name is
Mhm.
Joe.
Yeah, I
Joe
would
who?
say. Yeah.
I don't know his last name.
It's that show with the guy.
This is a
who's
fucking
super
joke,
creepy.
Walker.
Oh.
Literally, it's a very unremarkable show. That's
I
all
like
I
it.
can say. It just kind of, it made me feel kind of awkward most of the time.
It's just got renewed for season 3. Heyo.
Walker,
Back,
what you were
sir.
supposed to say is Joe Mama.
Oh.
His name is Joe.
And then I go, Joe who? Oh, I don't know his last name. Bitch.
Fuck.
I'm supposed to know to
know.
play
He's
I
your
just the
fucking-
jokes.
mark there.
I fucking just served that up to you. I wanted you to just spike that down. Like it was a perfect play. But no. No, you had to be like,
Fucking
I don't
missed.
know who Joe is. Whomst Joe?
Joe Titties.
These nuts.
Everything looking good over there, Schroeder.
His face looks good.
Joe Balls.
I mean, his
Joe
face
Biden.
always looks good.
It is true.
Alright, we don't need
What
to
is it?
swear in here.
This
Just
is rated
remem-
T for
Remember,
teen.
this is a Christian podcast.
It's rated
we
we
are
can't
all
hear you,
13.
bud. Throw your thing
I'll add
down.
one F word.
Trying
Who's
to
gonna
get
use
away
it?
from the trigger words this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just in
still
case.
can't hear you.
Nope, nada. Out of there, bud.
I was
You
like,
are
wait a second here.
silencio.
Chicka, what?
Un falastello. Hello, bro.
The preamble broke as shit.
Sorry,
Don't-
sorry.
don't-
Every once in a while, I just start speaking in Resident Evil 4.
Monkey,
It's my
monkey.
favorite language, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I just speak villager language in Resident Evil 4.
Next year, baby.
Legolas, 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 Legolas.
You think they're gonna remake 4?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, apparently that's in the cards, but it
Yeah.
won't be until after 8 comes out.
It will either be end of next year, I think, or 2022.
Probably 22. Because I don't think there's not going to be a Resident Evil coming out this year.
For
'Cause we
how
already got one.
successful all the other ones were, I can just be in them being like, why the fuck not?
Well, and then with how successful 4 was
Oh yeah.
as a whole.
How old is 4?
2000 something.
2003 or 4?
Okay, so it's over 10.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was a GameCube exclusive
Oh,
a while.
okay.
Was it exclusive?
for the first year. It was a timed exclusive because
didn't know
I
that.
still have my day 1 copy on GameCube, and it says only on GameCube.
Huh.
It wasn't until a year later when it came out on literally fucking everything.
2005.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Yep, it
was
was 6th installment, which I don't know how
Mhm.
it's a 6th installment.
Because of there was Resident Evil 0 that came out
post-Veronica.
before and Veronica.
And then it won Game of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
and it released everybody 2006.
Yep. And it came out on everything. We've got the GameCube version. We've got the PlayStation 2 version. We got the Wii version. We got the PlayStation 3 version. We got the PC Games for Windows Live version. We've got the Steam release. We've got the iOS release. We have the Android release. We have the PS4 version, the Xbox One version, the Xbox 360 version,
Switch.
the Switch version.
Yep, it's on everywhere.
You
Yeah.
working now?
There we go. I heard him. I hear you.
Let's see if it's working.
Yeah.
I hear you. Can you hear us?
I know, but you guys, yeah.
Sounds really open, but yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you, no problem.
Sort of. You still cut
yeah,
out.
you're cutting out and you're really like open. I don't know, like what's that?
I don't know if
mono?
it's going to your camera mic or something. You're just too far away.
Oh, we lost you.
Yeah, it looks like according to online, it was an article that was released last week. 2022 is the slated window.
I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
Hey, if anyone from Sony is watching, or I guess whoever would be owning it now, Square Enix, you should remake Parasite Eve. You should do that.
They're kind of thinking about it.
Are they?
It's Squeenix, yeah. They're kind of thinking about it because the director of the FF7 remake said that there's too much there for it just to lay dormant.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could make such a good cinematic video game with that,
We've had
especially with
nothing
how
shreds.
intensive it was back in the day.
Mhm.
Like, oh, it would be so good. I'd cry.
Capcom remake fucking Dino Crisis.
Yo, that'd be dope. Yo, someone like revamp Destroy All Humans while they're at it.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
I missed that.
they're
apparently.
remaking Destroy All Humans.
Say something.
Okay.
Your thing lit up green for a second.
Hello?
There we
Hello?
go.
Yeah,
Working.
kind of.
Sort of.
Nope. There you
Nope.
gone again.
It's lighting up green, but
Yeah.
nothing's coming
It's
through.
it's like it thinks you're talking,
Super
but we
delayed.
can't hear you.
So what I'm thinking is like it's working, like it's activating that there's a voice there, but it doesn't sound like the
Just
mic
not
is
coming
actually
through.
receiving it. Oh, we're real close. Just give me a kiss there, buddy. We're so close.
Any better?
Oh,
I heard that.
Yep. I heard that too.
Say something again.
Mic check, 1, 2.
I
Yeah,
can
there
hear
we
you
go.
now.
Say something again, just to triple check. Yeah, I
Well,
hear
we
you.
heard that.
Yo.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I think I figured out what the problem was.
Okay.
It's my fucking audio box.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. We should be good.
Everything seems to be working fine now.
Let's wait for
I was about to just be not.
Mark now. 'Cause
Mark.
Mark stepped away.
Yeah, Nate. Destroy All Humans is set to come out this year.
Oh, tight.
THQ Nordic grabbed it. They're publishing
you
it
think
because
they'll
they're
ever
just
bring back-
publishing everything.
You think they'll ever bring back Dead to Rights?
Probably not.
Ah, that game was so good.
Well, I mean, it's Rockstar. It was a
Dead to
was it
Rights was Rockstar?
was it Rockstar? No, that was
I don't think so.
I'm thinking of Max Payne because it came out around the same
Yeah.
time. Who
Say
made
Dead to Rights. I don't remember who Dead to Rights was. I thought it was like a semi-lesser known. They were still big.
Let's see here. Dead to Rights.
That's the game with the dog, right?
It is with Pupper.
Yeah, yeah.
Namco.
Good old
Oh, it's Namco.
Wolfhound.
Okay,
Good Shredder.
that's right.
Well, if it's Namco, anything's
Can you
possible.
hear us?
That's unlikely. Namco doesn't do very much.
They're too busy making anime fighters.
Yeah. Which I mind you, like, I mean, I'll talk about this like a little bit in my week, but with the way this
No,
game
I can't
ended,
hear you.
I think there could be a second
Nothing.
one because there's a lot of shit to explore. I hope there is because I want to play it. I'm playing New Game Plus. And,
You guys hear that?
Yeah,
wow,
I hear
you
you.
were
Yeah.
really open. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not participating tonight. You guys have a good show.
Shit's not working.
Okay.
Nope, I'm out.
Hmm.
Love you
Alright.
guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Too, homie.
Deuces. Hmm.
Screen freeze?
That's
Yeah, he froze
disappointing.
up. Yeah. I would say the one thing, but we're already kind of on the air.
I gotta remove him from this.
It's okay. I can always edit it out. Remember preamble.
Remove from group. There we go. Because it's still trying to connect to him. Go ahead and remove him. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta move our fucking thingies really quick. James, I gotta move you
Yeah.
here.
See, this would
and
be
then
this would be a lot easier once we have like a actual like our own Twitch page for this.
unifying. Yeah. so we
Yeah,
don't have to
because
worry
then we
about
could
it.
just be like, oh hey, 5 people, 4 people, 3 people.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
I am ready to.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Shoes, dice, spagoots.
Koosh Magoots.
End preamble.
Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You said
Welcome,
one
ladies.
twice.
I did. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Level Unlock Podcast, episode 66. Sorry for the long delay. I've had some technical difficulties, but we are here now. We are ready to go, and we are ready to provide you the most epic gaming news in the world, in history. Got a lot to go over this week. We got a brand new video game that's coming out. We got some box office news, actually, so shockingly. Not really news, but other things. Got a new game. We got some Sony stuff. We got a lot. We got a lot going on. Let's well, yeah, AC.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, we got a big one coming out here. So let's dive in really quick. Let's start. Won't bore you with all the extra stuff. Let's get right into it. Thank you everyone for hanging out. By the way, we currently have 4,850 followers on Podbean.
Wow.
So we are
Jesus.
almost at 5,000 followers. So thank you guys for that. Huge, humongous accomplishment for you guys helping us out. Thank you very much. Thank you to our Patreons. As always, you can become part of the Unlock Nation, the Lockpick Nation, the Lockpickers at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast, as well as all the socials. So let's get into some weeks, shall we, gents? Start with Mark. What's going on, man? How you been? How you feeling? And what's new?
Nothing too much. Actually, I haven't been working too much recently, so
Well,
it's
that's good.
actually been a personal week for me. Playing a bunch of video
good.
games, like I finished Titanfall 2. I finished the story there yesterday.
What did you think of
So
Titanfall
good.
2?
It was phenomenal. I can't wait for, or I really hope there's a second one, like
A third one?
third one. Sorry, like the way that I think of it is that the first one didn't have a story, so it's like the
Right.
first iteration in their story. So I don't. I guess that kind of confused me.
Well,
Maybe Respawn will just drop it one day, just randomly.
Hey,
Yeah.
we were getting it until they decided, hey, Battle
Apex
Royale.
is making us money.
hey, next week they said again today, season 4 of Apex Legends releases next week, and they said if you're a Titanfall fan, keep a lookout because you're gonna be happy. So
Just have a big sign that says coming, and it just has the
I
date.
mean, I tried playing some Titanfall rounds. I couldn't find a match. I sat there for probably around 10 or 15 minutes
Aw,
just
that's
searching for
disappointing.
a match.
That sucks.
And so I was like, okay, well, let's go to the spiritual successor, Apex. Same shit. And sat there for way too fucking long. Just was like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'm not playing either of these games. So yeah, I finished the story, which was great, and then I couldn't play either of those two. So it was just kind of disappointing. But beyond
I
that,
suppose.
like I really hope they make another Titanfall like story arc or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it was so entertaining. Like it was just
Mhm.
really diverse.
They
Like,
they
it wasn't
managed to
short.
really managed to make a bond between you and a machine
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
live in,
definitely.
that you just hang out inside.
Like it was a shorter campaign, but like it was just really entertaining for what it was.
Was
Mhm.
it worth like the $3 that you spent?
Oh, most definitely. It got me back into like that sort of thing. And, like I even wanted to play Apex after it, which was weird. Like
Season 5, sorry, not season 4.
yeah, I thought
correction.
it was season 5. I just wasn't too sure.
Yep, season 5. Sorry, that was my fault.
And like all the weapons in Apex are named the same thing as in the Titanfall series. So it was like weird seeing that and be like, oh shit, I remember this. I fucking love this gun. And being like, yo, this gun's trash. And then like that sort of shit. It was just really neat. Like it was a weird experience. I didn't really expect it.
Yeah, it's just a damn shame that not many people are playing it online, because that is a blast to play online.
Yeah, like
I'll pay $3. We can all play.
like
fucking do
doing the
something.
free running stuff in Apex after it, I was just like, oh, I can't double jump, I can't run up walls, I can't do all this. Like this is kind of boring. And then like you get into Titanfall, and then there's like fucking people that are like doing flips in the
Yep.
sky, like shooting you down. You're like, what the fuck just happened? And it's just it's beautiful. I can't even explain it.
Mark, how many times did you play the that tutorial just to try to get a faster time?
Honestly, I just played it once.
I did it
Oh,
like
really?
30 times. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
same. I got
Just wanted to get
super
through it.
pissed at it.
I
It
don't
ca-
understand.
It's the kind of thing that like you're letting it beat you if you stop it. The way I looked at it, at least.
Just wanted to get through it. I don't know. I did okay. I think I was like 5th or 6th, and I was like, no problem. Let's keep going.
I still think that first place is impossible. I've gotten to second place, and that's the best that I could do.
Same.
It was like half my time. It was like 29 seconds or something, and I was like, are you serious? I was like, I fucking
Yeah.
ran through that shit, wall ran over everything, killed everything, like while I was still moving. I was like, I don't know how I could do this any better. I was like, I'm going.
But that's what you need to do for the multiplayer. Like, that's the entire multiplayer of it.
Well, that's why I also felt the rest of the game would have really taught me how to take advantage of those movement mechanics and stuff,
Yeah.
which it did. Like, I felt a lot more comfortable playing the game after doing the campaign. So, yeah, I guess that was one game that I finished. The last game I finished prior to before that was Gears 5, and in comparison, it was so much better. Like,
One was a disappointment. The other's Titanfall 2.
yeah. Like,
How was it? What'd you think of it?
what, Titanfall 2 or Gears 5?
Gears 5.
Oh, I was playing through the story, and I was waiting for it to like actually start. And then it ended, and they're like, "Hey, waiting for another game where we'll finish the actual story." And you're like, "What the fuck did I pay $60 for?" and then the multiplayer for the first month or so was just buggy and crap, and was not. It got uninstalled.
Did you pay $60 for that game?
No, but
Okay, you got it through Game Pass?
yeah.
I was
That's
gonna say,
what
it's
I
in the
did.
Game Pass. I hope you didn't pay $60.
Yeah, I almost
But you could
paid
play
for
as
it.
you could play as Dave Bautista, man.
That is true.
Yeah, I almost got like the nice collector's edition of it because I was excited for it, and then, yeah, it's like, oh, we'll get it on Game Pass, and we'll get the nice one because literally like all of the other Gears of War games, like all the primary games, I've gotten the collector's editions for because I always really liked them. And then 5 came out and tried it on Game Pass and it was shit, and then never have thought about it since. Like, I wish they didn't fuck that franchise.
True.
Oh, that's my rant real quick.
Wish Gearbox still had, or not Gearbox, Was it
Epic.
Gearbox that did it? Or it was Epic?
Yeah, it was
Remember
Epic.
Oh yeah,
Bullet
that's
Storm?
right. Yeah, Cliffy B.
Yeah, big old Cliffy B. That was their title. Was Gears of War. And then yeah, they did Bulletstorm, which was their Call
The
of Duty
only
killer,
thing-
kinda.
The only thing I know about that game is I'll kill your dick. What do you mean? What does that even mean? I'll kill your dick.
The only
Actual
reason
line
that-
from the game.
A lot of the people, at least the people I know, the only reason they ever bought that game was to get the beta for Gears 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's
no
why
one
people
cared
bought
about that game.
That's why a lot of people bought shit, what was that game? Crackdown
Yeah.
Okay.
was for the Halo 3 beta.
Ah.
And then they turned out that Crackdown 1 was really good.
I remember
those
that.
were the days. Good old Crackdown 1.
Yeah, and then it
I've
just went
never played
downhill
those
from there. It nosedived from there.
Yeah,
Yo, when we
those
playing
were-
Crackdown 3, boys? When we suffering through Crackdown 3.
I've never actually played it.
I already
Yeah, I've never
played
played any of the Crackdowns.
3 I hear is
Oh,
fucking garbage. Well, let's put it like this. Okay, so Crackdown 3, I think we talked about it on the podcast fucking many a months ago. Crackdown was like one of Microsoft's like, "Hey, we have an exclusive. This is our thing, guys." And they were hyping the shit out of this game for the longest time, for years. They were hyping up how it was going to use cloud-based servers for the multiplayer, for cloud computing, and using the Microsoft Azure platform around it, and architecture and stuff like that. And, they were hyping the shit out of it. And then it went radio silent for like 6 months, and then they just fucking released it. They just released it to negative fanfare.
Jesus.
I think it was like a tweet, "Hey guys, Crackdown 3's out."
oh yeah,
And-
Oh,
I think I mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, Crackdown 3 came out, or Crackdown 4, or whatever their newest one. Was it Crackdown 3?
Is it 4?
it's 3.
Is it 3? I feel
I
like
don't
there was the
remember
3
being
already.
4.
I might be confusing myself. Either way, they're like, hey, new Crackdown game came out. We're like, what? All right.
Where's the
Yeah.
hype? Yeah, because the multiplayer was supposed to be like, yeah, we're using cloud computing, so that's going to take a load off your system, so we can do a bunch of things like fully destructible environments and all this stuff. And turns out it was dog shit.
Yeah. I remember that. What else,
Yeah, it was
Mike?
Crackdown
Anything?
3. I did a lot of computer component things this week as well. I cloned my old SSD onto a new Samsung NVMe drive.
Nice.
Because I just needed more storage, and it was just a bitch dealing with the partitions there. And then I also decided to put Noctua fans in my computer, which was a process, to say the least. I had to put 6 of them in there, and with my case, how it's set up is that there's 3 in the front, then 2 on the radiator, and then 1 on the back. And it was okay. It's just I had to take out literally every hard drive and pretty much rewire my computer just to put in those fans.
Really? When'd you do
Yeah.
this?
I would say Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that I did pretty much all day. It took me about 6 hours to do total.
Christ.
Insane.
Like,
Yeah,
I
at least
did
you got it
that,
done.
Took out my CPU block, like put my radiator underwater, clean that out. Yeah, my computer's spick and span right now, and well,
That's awesome.
my biggest thing is I was trying to justify the price of the fans itself because each fan was like $30 because they're like fucking server grade fans.
Hit.
Yeah, that was the big hit, and so honestly, I couldn't be happier.
Good.
Good.
They sound phenomenal, and they push a shit ton of air, and my computer's cool as fuck. So,
Well, that's good.
after a headache worth of work and like 1,000 cuts, like I'm super happy.
Nice.
It's good. It turned out though, so that's always a plus.
Yeah. So
At least
if you
now
ever
it's
want,
good.
if you ever want any good fans, I'd look into the Noctua NF series. They have really solid airflow. Their noise level is super low, really low power usage. Would recommend.
Hey, Noctua, if you're listening, hit, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, if you're trying to sponsor our podcast, I will 100% do
Make it happen,
So,
boys.
let me know. I got the fans to show. Let's
I
do
got
it.
the fans
true.
to show.
Make it happen.
That's all for my week.
Good shit.
Bit more than normal.
Ah, that's good though. Nate, how about you, man?
Uh, so I watched a lot of JoJo's.
Yeah, you did.
That I've been grinding through that series.
The grind is real.
I've been hooked, dude. Okay, so anyone who is like an anime fan and who is looking for something to watch, and for everyone that I know that doesn't like to watch subbed, grow up. I love you guys, but grow up. I mean, this is the reason a lot of my friends won't watch JoJo's, because they're like, oh well, I'll watch 3 seasons, I'll get invested, then I have to watch it in Japanese. I'm like, there's not a problem with that. Like, just unleash your Sharingan and you'll be fine. Like, you just got to open it,
Mhm.
kill your loved one, whatever you have to do. Like, but yeah, I've been grinding through a lot of that. There is so much confusing bloodlines in there. I actually ended up getting myself into a rabbit hole figuring out how everyone is related. And it's really weird to think a 28-year-old, no, a 15-year-old is the great 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 grandfather of a girl who's about the same age. It's just interesting. Um, Other than that, I beat the game I was playing, Code Vein. I don't think I did that last week. I think this is new news. Um, that's a lot of fun. It's really good if you like the Souls like games and you are a fan of like the anime aesthetic and like all that shit, and like if you fuck with vampires even a little bit, like the idea of it, and they do a really cool like twist on the whole vampire lore thing, which is super neat. Bandai Namco, they make good games. If you have, wait for it to go on sale, honestly. Like, I would have purchased it at the beginning because after I found out all the pre-order bonuses I would have got, 100%. But like, I say it's worth the $30 I spent. Um, Super solid game. It plays super smoothly. I know I talked about this part last week, but like the co-op, a lot of people say is super buggy or was, but I had no issues at all. Um, the game just plays really, really fucking well. You don't really have too much of that. I guess there's no. It's the best way to put it. Like, when you hit someone, you hit them, and if they hit you, they hit you. And like, it's not like, oh, I dodged this person and their bullet went next to me and I still got hit. Like, as long as you're timing everything properly, you're dodging or you're getting hit. Uh it's not really like a big multiplayer game, but I still feel like the proper would be like, it's tick rate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's all super like on point. Hitboxes are all super solid. I will say there's a couple bullshit things, but I think that's just me fucking up and not realizing or not wanting to admit it subconsciously. Not sure. But great fucking game. If you're a Souls game fan, you will like this game. And like I said, I had beaten it, and from the way it had ended and from the things we were learning about it, it could go either way. They could end it where it is, but I don't think that would be smart because this could be a very big franchise with the way it had ended. If it does continue, yeah, the main character is going to be causing a lot of shit because he's kind of incredibly important to stay where he is. So basically, without spoiling too much or spoiling anything really, basically, you give your immortal life to stay in this one room forever to keep everyone else safe forever. Because if you leave or you lose your battle to the relics, the miasma, the red fog, or the jail of mists, they call it, it falls, and then the beasts from the great collapse start to come in, and that's just not a good time because they're all super dangerous. Way more dangerous than what's currently trapped in there with you. But yeah, that's that, and that was a lot of fun. I'm currently playing through New Game Plus. I've already gotten through 2 areas. I'm on to the boss of the second. I guess I gotten through one and then 98% of the other because I just have to kill the boss and then I'm on the next. But I'm doing it really quick. I did New Game Plus, so I'm running end game stuff at the beginning of the game. So I don't really have any like worry right now. I'm kind of just fucking shit up and it's a lot of fun. It is upsetting though because your base was full of all the partners you had met, and now it's not.
Now it's
and
empty.
it feels like my friends have left me. You can still use them as your partners through the list, but they're not all congregated in there because you have to meet up with them again. It's really, really depressing. And I realized I fucked myself because I should have made this specific build way before I decided to start New Game Plus. Because when you start New Game Plus, you keep the majority of everything, but once you use up the resources you kept, you have to get to that point again to be able to unlock those resources again, which really sucks because I need more. It's called Queen Steel to finish upgrading one weapon that I just went to grind for to make this specific build. But now I have to wait until I think the level after that to even start getting Queen Steel because it's not technically part of the game yet. You have to work your way to getting that, and it sucks. But yeah, other than that, super great. New Game Plus. If you decide to play the game and you beat it and you go to New Game Plus, make sure you have all the resources you're going to want and look at all possible builds before you do it because you'll fuck yourself like I did. Other than that, I didn't do a whole lot. I did, however, buy something. One
Oh, God.
second.
Oh God, what is it?
It was just across my room. What? Yeah, exactly. I will, man. Shaft and all.
Like, we talking about it like an actual dick or like a dildo?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Bought myself a camera. And I've been having a lot of fun with my camera. I bought a Canon T7i, which is a DSLR, if anyone's unfamiliar. Really, really great camera. I absolutely love playing with this thing. It's a lot of fun. And I really don't know a lot of what I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out as I go. Like, I can watch as many videos and work with it as much as possible, but I kind of just have to figure it out to play with it a lot. My problem is if I play with it too much, I'm going to fuck a bunch of things up, and I don't want to do that.
That's
So
what
I'm
she
still
said.
trying to like watch some videos. But yeah, great picture quality. Like, everything is just super smooth. And anyone who says, "Why do I need a camera? I have a smartphone." You don't have a camera. You have a smartphone.
Exactly.
That is the easiest way to put it. Because there was a point in time where I was like, I don't really need a camera. I got a phone. All these phones can do pretty good nowadays. But like this on the auto setting, that's just like, hey, here's beginner mode. Go play with it. Everything's pretty much balanced. Even those are substantially better. Fantastic. Yeah, I've
Like
just been kind of messing with this.
doesn't Erie have like, well, not right now, but camera classes?
They do at the art museum.
Yep.
As soon as those are available, I'm going to go to those because apparently they're fairly inexpensive. I also have a couple friends who are like semi pro photographer ish, so I'm going to talk to them, see if they can give me any pointers. But yeah, I'm really excited to start playing with this. As soon as we're actually allowed to go like congregate and do shit, I'm gonna start going and filming and recording and just taking pictures of a bunch of shit because I want to start doing like I want to go to like the gorge. I think I can. Man, I could do that. I could actually just go by myself. But I like going with people. I like going by myself. It's boring. Other than that, I haven't done a whole lot. As I said, camera, Code Vein, JoJo's. I can't think of anything else. I made the mistake of getting McDonald's breakfast and forgetting how good McGriddles were. And
Oh yeah,
now I've
McGriddles
gotten
are.
those a couple times. And I
Gross.
regret it because not even that, just like I feel like shit after I eat fast food, but they taste
You you want to know what makes you feel like shit? And this is
Huh.
coming from a guy that eats nothing but shit.
good.
Wendy's breakfast.
You've yet to have that.
Oh my God, I felt my arteries clog the second I took the first bite.
Was it good?
Oh, it was great. My body
Chinese
hated
food.
me. Well, I got Chinese food earlier today, and it's like the first time in like 3 months that I've gotten it, and I missed it.
I
Oh
want
yeah, no, it's
Chinese food.
phenomenal, but it like it
I
just makes
love
you feel like
Chinese
crap
food.
after you're done eating it. It's like, oh, you
No,
ate too
the
fucking
problem
much.
with that is the problem with that's the end of your sentence.
Yeah.
You eat too much.
It's hard
What-
not to when you're at a buffet too.
I
It's just like,
I
fuck.
100%. See,
yeah.
actually, what?
Well, if you don't-
huh?
I feel like if you don't feel like shit when you leave a buffet, you did not get your money's worth.
I see. I used to look at that exactly that way, but like, as long as I feel like I got a little bit of everything, and I got
Yeah.
everything I really wanted, and I get to leave after a bowl of ice cream and a piece of cheesecake, because I mean the cheesecake's like this fucking big because they're
Yeah.
cheap there, and that's fine. And a little bit of Blue Moon.
They buy it off like from a store. The cheesecake. They
Mhm.
buy it full price.
But yeah, like I don't know. I really hope Golden Walk's open because I might have to order that for dinner tomorrow because that's gonna be a good time.
I know Hong Kong in the Kmart Plaza is open.
I've never been there.
Oh, it's really good.
Okay. Is it like small food or big food?
What does that even mean?
Okay, so like when people order from like Jade Garden and shit like that, it's all like that really small like General So's. If you've ever had Golden Walk, it's like big chunks of
Oh, yeah,
fucking
no, it's
chicken.
big. It's big chunks.
Okay. Then I'll
Big
definitely check
chungus.
that out. But yeah, that's my week, man. I can't think of anything else, and I'm just rambling at this point. So on to you, James. Let's go.
All right, so did my computer troubles happen this week or last week?
It was this week.
I fucking hate computers. I really fucking do. They're pieces of shit, and I
So it's gonna
hate
be
them.
like, because when Mark was saying what happened to him, I'm like, geez, this is a fucking week of computers being pieces of shit.
I go, Nate, you do not know this. You do not know this story. These two
Okay.
up here know it because they were in the trenches with me, listening to me fucking yell and scream and get pissed off. All right, I go to install an NVMe drive, just like Mark did, and a singular fan in my computer. I do that. Hey, my 4 terabyte hard drive does not work. It's not being picked up at all. I go, what? So I spend probably a solid 4 hours on my own one day, figuring out, replugging shit in, plugging stuff in different places, doing all the jazz. And I finally say, fuck it. And I go to bed. This is probably when did I talk to you guys? Was it like Tuesday, Wednesday?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So like Monday, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. I'm gonna yeet this thing out the window. Next day, I continue to mess with it. Okay, let me just fiddle around with it some more. All right, still not working. Mark's playing Rainbow Six. I'm like, okay, I'll let him play Rainbow Six. So I ask Walker. I text him and go, hey, hop into Discord. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, my computer just decides not to work. What the fuck? My 4 terabyte hard drive just decided to stop working. So we troubleshoot for probably about, a good 2 hours?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, fuck it. Let me get Mark in here. Let me get the big brain boy in here. So Mark
That's
comes
when I
in.
took him away from your game.
Yeah.
Okay,
So Mark-
I was gonna say, is this when you infiltrated and just yinked Mark?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Mark comes in. We're troubleshooting. Nothing's fucking working. So I'm like, okay, maybe the hard drive died. Maybe my newish hard drive died. I would be super pissed, but it's a possibility. So I buy, at work, another 4 terabyte hard drive.
Dangs.
I plug it in. Fucking thing doesn't work. Still not even showing up in my BIOS, in Windows, nothing.
Everything's up to date and everything too.
Everything's up to date. Everything's working. I turn on my computer. All of a sudden, boom. My hard drive shows up. Fucking lit. Let's go. I fixed it somehow. I don't know what I did, but I fixed it.
He texted me. He's like, "Hey, I got my hard drive to work. What'd you do?" I just turned on my computer and it was there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that works.
So everything's great. I'm downloading stuff. Oh, let me do some updates because this is a fresh install of Windows on the NVMe. Computer restarts. Where the fuck my 4 terabyte hard drive go? Why isn't it showing up? So then I'm just like, all right, I need a third opinion. I text John Luke, hey, shit doesn't work, help. He looks it up, he's giving me things on like what to do, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. He's like, oh, make sure raid's turned off and you're not overclocking it, none of that stuff. I'm like, okay, raid's off. Huh, I'm gonna try something. I'm in the BIOS, and I go to the raid control. I click in, it's at disabled right now. I click enable, and then immediately click disable. And I do that for a few other settings. And then I save my changes. Restart the computer. Guess what fucking shows up?
Hard drive.
My hard drive.
There you go.
So I'm like, okay, this must be a fluke. Let me restart the computer. It shows up again. I'm like, this must be a fluke again. Let me restart my computer. Do it again. Full hard down the computer. Turn it back on. It's still there. And I can't remember if I texted you, Mark, too, or just Walker. But I'm like, shit works. What did you do? I don't know. I fucking fixed it.
And he was like, yeah, I re-enabled and disabled, putting my computer back to the same exact settings it was already on, and it works. I was like,
Good
what the
shit.
fuck?
All because I want to install another hard drive.
Yep.
And a fan.
Yeah.
A singular fan.
Like up to that point, his hard drive was there. He had shit installed, Windows installed,
Perfectly fine.
everything. Goes to install a second hard drive. Peter was like, fuck you and the second hard drive. You only have one.
So
what are RAID settings for someone who doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about with that?
I have no idea. I just told to turn it off. Guys, elaborate. I have no idea what it is.
See, I don't know what you did with that, but does it make sense? Is that a thing that can happen?
Something with hard drive. That's all I know.
So TLDR RAID is whenever you have a bunch of hard drives and you want to say, hey, instead of having two separate 2 terabyte hard drives, how about we have one big 4 terabyte hard drive? And your computer says, all right, we'll figure out how to do that, and then it all works, and that's RAID.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a real basic explanation.
Fair enough. Just
Yeah,
like
and it
hive
was
mining it all at once.
fucking
Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Like, a lot of companies use it in case like one of their drives fail, then they can get all their data back because of redundancy.
Okay.
So, but you have to have like 500 terabytes, or not, like 100 terabytes of data, and then you can only use like 80 of it because the other 20 is for redundancy.
Okay.
And we fucking did all the BIOS updates. We fucking disabled hard drives, re-enabled hard drives, took the hard drives out, put the other hard drive in, took one hard drive out. Like we fucking, like his computer was, like it's probably we put it through the fucking stress test of taking out a hard drive, putting another hard drive in, fucking reseating the cables, fucking everything, making sure everything's plugged in solid, and it was as simple as, oh, it's disabled? Let me enable it. Okay, I'm going to disable it right away. Oh, there's the hard drive.
It works.
Like,
now
fucking
I'm
computers.
scared to buy another SATA cable because
Put his other hard drive in.
to put my other hard drive in.
So are you just running with all the hard drives now?
I'm just running with 2 hard drives, not 3.
He has a third a
Okay.
third
I have
4 terabyte hard drive
Yeah.
that's chilling outside of his computer.
Oh,
No,
do you need to-
it's inside my computer. It's just not plugged in at all.
Oh, okay.
Are you returning the one?
No, because all my shit's installed on there, and hey, 8 terabytes lit.
So how much do you have in hard drive storage altogether now?
Can you return hard drives?
Yeah, you can.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We're
it's
at Best
broken.
Buy.
It's broken.
Yeah.
It don't work.
I think you have, because the solid state's a terabyte, right? Or is
No,
it's 2
250.
terabytes.
250. Yeah, I have 250
Yeah.
and then 4 terabyte, and then just chilling in the case, not plugged in at all, is another 4 terabyte.
So you have like 4250?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
something like that.
insane.
Yeah.
I wish I had that much.
He's got
Don't-
storage for fucking days.
Don't
I
even
do.
700
Hey.
gigs right now.
Hey
Alright,
man,
give
I'm
me 1 sec. Give me 1 fucking second right
Uh,
now.
Does this man have like a 10,000 fucking gigs over here?
probably.
he's got a petabyte. My man's got a petabyte.
I got 1 terabyte. That's plus.
15 and a half terabytes in this.
Nice.
computer.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
awesome.
How much is filled?
About half.
Okay.
Damn.
See,
That's still
what
crazy.
I want to
That's a
do
lot.
is I want to move all my editing eventually to my new computer.
There
Okay.
you go.
So I need a lot of space.
Yeah, so it kind of works out.
Don't have
And
to worry
also
about
I play a lot of video
things.
games.
Yeah.
Well, no, I also have 5 terabytes of cloud storage that I pay for
Dang.
that I don't use, but I pay for it because they gave me a good deal. I was about to cancel it, and then they're like, "Hey, how would you like to keep your 5 terabytes of storage and only pay $30 this year?" All right, sweet, let's do it. Bet.
it.
Man, iDrive, let me tell you, they want to keep you as a customer. Other than being on the hinge of both a mental breakdown and breaking shit furiously over a computer, I played Homefront Revolution.
Nice.
So I've been a little addicted to buying random mystery keys off of Fanatical recently. I've got some bangers like SimCity 4 and
Played the
SimCity
shit out of
4.
it. Played the shit out
Right
of
back.
that game.
You got SimCity
So-
4 twice?
No,
Okay.
I got like 20 keys, and the only game that it really stood out for me that's like something that I really like is SimCity 4.
Oh.
I got Saints Row 4 reelected, which was cool, but I'm not a
Mhm.
big Saints Row guy, so.
If you don't want it,
Um,
I'll take it off your hands.
Oh, I already claimed it on my Steam account. Hey, I got a copy of Pongo with your name on it though.
Oh,
See,
I got a copy of
Re-Elected-
Pongo.
Re-Elected's on Game Pass.
Is this a fucking joke?
No, it's on Game Pass. I have it downloaded.
Fuck!
that's funny. Well, at least I
Fuck!
wasn't gonna pay for it.
But yeah, so Homefront, for those who don't remember Homefront, came out in the 360 and PS3 era. It was about North Korea invading the United States and taking over.
Basically
this
Red
game-
Dawn.
Red Dawn the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered that game at Best Buy because
I like the
it came
first
with a
one.
cool little headset that they only got one in stock. So they just gave me a Turtle Beach headset that broke like a month later. But so I thought it was all right. It was okay. They claimed it as like the Call of Duty and Battlefield killer. It was nothing like that. It was definitely not that. Very linear story, you know. It was a hallway game, just like most first-person shooters at the time. This one, way more open. This takes place later on in the future after the North Koreans have fully occupied the U.S. And this takes place in Philly. And basically, you have to liberate Philadelphia. This is a very open game. Fast travel points, and you get to go around the entire city and all the different blocks and stuff. It's really interesting because with the problems that I've had with the game, I can honestly say it is not a good game. But boy howdy did those 3 hours fly by. Did I have fun in those 3 hours? It's nothing but... You guys played Far Cry, right? You guys have played a recent Far Cry game, like Far Cry 3
played
and
Far
up.
Cry.
Three
all
was
of
the
them.
last one.
Yeah. So, you know the formula of Far Cry, where
Mhm.
it's, hey, or actually, no, scratch that. You know the formula of every single Ubisoft game released.
Yeah.
Hey, go capture this to open up more things on the map so you can see it, so you can get things and then go to the next thing and do the thing and you know, yada, 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 rinse, repeat
Yeah.
until rinse and repeat for another 40 hours.
Oh,
That's what this game
Wildlands.
does. That's what this game does. And I don't know if I like that, but it's entertaining. It's a good time killer. I've had some pretty cool bugs happen. Like, I died in this one section, and I have to disable this fucking propaganda machine. Okay, cool. Let me just leave this building. What? Why can't I leave? Why can't X? Just keep jamming X. Why can't I leave? The X prompt is not popping. I'm like, okay, let me go over. Maybe it's just stuck for some reason. Let me go over to this thing to rummage, because there's a whole crafting system too in this game, by the way. Let me go over to this locker and see if I can, rummage through it. Why isn't the X prompt popping up? Why isn't it popping up? Fuck me, why isn't it popping up? Let me restart. Let me just load checkpoint. Load checkpoint, everything works fine. Oh hey, this person just fell through the floor. That's pretty neato. That's lit. The AI pathing in this game is like I'm transported back to 2005. So you can go around and recruit people to go with you, to roam around the streets of Philly with you. You can make a gang, if you will, to take out the North Koreans. And these people are dumber than the fucking sack of bricks. Hey, buddy, come with me. Okay. Oh, let me run into this thing real quick. Let me run into this, this small little container here to rummage through it and take a look. All right, let's go. Hey, why aren't you following me anymore? I turn around. Oh, you're stuck on a pallet. You're stuck running into a pallet. Okay, let me just run around you and then have you follow me again. All right, sweet. You're stuck on a rock now? What the fuck? Hey, let me get another guy. Why are you getting stuck too? What the fuck? Get off there.
This shit was fucking great.
It was great. I loved it. I had so much fun in that 3 hours. And then the enemy AI is just as stupid. I'm probably, 20 yards away from an enemy, just looking at me. Nothing's pinging, nothing's like sounding the alarms or anything like that. I'm just looking at him. He's looking at me. All right, cool. And I just sneak around, like dead sight, like in the sight line, sneak around this guy and just stealth kill him. Doesn't notice me. The cones, the eye cones in here, the vision cones are so narrow. Everyone has tunnel vision. It's great. So I played Homefront. I played Worms WMD.
Yeah, we did.
Rainbow Six Siege. The basic stuff. I was gonna play Final Fantasy VII, but
Wah, wah, wah.
shit doesn't work and I fucking hate it. So that's my week.
Solid.
Walker, go.
For myself, I
Hi,
did.
doggy.
I got two of them. One you can't see. He blends in. The other one over there.
Is there a black
jeez,
dog
there are
there?
2 dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
What?
Wearing a
Tell the
collar.
black dog.
You can see the
Tell-
collar. That's it.
You can see the tail every
Yep.
once in a while. Have it smile.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see.
Now that you pointed out, I can see the paw and the face.
Yeah, that's Sadie.
Hi, dog.
And that one over there. It's hidden. is
I
Cyrus.
see the whole. I see the whole snout and the paw now. That I see the brown. Thought it was
Walker,
a
what-
jacket at first or something.
Which one did I meet? Was it
You
Sadie?
met Cyrus.
Oh, Cyrus. Okay.
Yep, you met Cyrus. He is Rottweiler mix. And
He's a
she.
God, he is a. Cyrus is a good pupper.
Yeah, he's
Cyrus is a good pupper.
phenomenal dog. Very loves humans. She not so much. She's got the protective
She's a shepherd. to be expected.
German Shepherd inside of her, where she'll eat your face off if like you start petting her, then then she knows you're cool. But to get to pet her first, it's a long in between. but yeah,
My
that's
dog-
Sadie and the
my-
other one's Cyrus.
That's how my dog was. It took probably about a solid 6 years for my best friend at the time, his dad, to come into my house and my dog not bark at him.
Yep. Yeah,
6
Sadie's-
years.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's good protection. Yeah, Sadie's very, 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 very protective. Cyrus, he's just like, there's people here. Cool. I got someone to pet me. That's very unstereotypical German Shepherd. Well, a lot of people think shepherds and bulldogs are vicious animals, but they're not. Nevertheless, Rottweilers, not German Shepherds.
The sweetest dogs I've ever met was a pit bull.
Yeah, pit
Just
bulls are
saying.
beautiful dogs.
My pit bull
Um,
was a sweetheart, and he was a giant baby.
For myself, played Worms, Final Fantasy VII. Got back
Where
into
you at?
that. I just went to Barrett. I met up with Barrett, where he now joined our party in the subway. So,
God, you're so early on.
so now I have Tifa and Barrett in my party, and we're in the subway, and we're going to this section 5 of the reactor. So I did all of that in between, like 7 hours in, and fucking barely even scratched the surface, which is unreal to think about that.
Okay, Walker. So my friends are starting to beat Final Fantasy VII. I've gotten multiple texts today of, "Hey, beat Final Fantasy VII today. What should I
Yeah.
play next?" And I've gotten 2 responses. Boy, howdy, that ending sure was shit,
Yeah, I've heard
and I
that too.
hated every minute of it. Or, boy, howdy, that was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't read it, but when I was looking at my news, and they were like, "Is the bizarre ending of Final Fantasy VII remake good or bad?" Question mark. So it'll be interesting to see how it ends. To see I'm guessing it leaves like on a huge cliffhanger.
Well, yeah, it has to.
That's what I'm assuming. Instead of just like ending it, completing Midgar, and then moving on. I'm assuming that.
Yeah, they just gotta fucking end it, and then that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Be
assuming
like, guys,
that.
we're gonna get out of Midgar.
So-
Okay,
Yeah.
let's walk out this door. See
Yeah,
you
man.
next time.
Yeah.
Credit roll.
Let's head. And
I'm
then that's the end.
assuming that the game ends while you're still in Midgar, and that you play a couple minutes of Midgar in the next game. I would assume something like that, because from what I keep seeing is that people are now beating the game, and they're like, this ending is fucking weird. Like, it's not what I expected
And-
for the ending.
And it's
It's-
really
it's-
weird because the people that are saying that played the original.
Mhm.
So it takes like a complete turn from the original game.
I can see it. Well, they have they get like the biggest thing. It's a remake. Um, it's not just like a remastered. It's a remake. They're remaking the game, like the Dementors, like those fucking
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
Like those weren't in the real original game.
And they're
Um,
pretty big part of this one.
oh yeah. So I fucking just fought a whole when Barrett told me to fuck off that I wasn't joining him on this team. That's when well no, because that's when Jesse gets hurt and then you have to join. So
Did you
I didn't
did you
get
do
kissed
the
by Jesse. I was really disappointed.
did you do the mission for Jesse yet? Where you
Yeah,
go
I
to the
did
plate?
that.
What-
where the fucking-
Okay, all right. Hold the phone there, Chief. Let's talk about that motorcycle battle and how rad that was.
That was fucking cool. And then what is it? Oh, the fucking dude's name. Like the badass biker dude that you meet. I can't remember his
Yeah,
name.
that wasn't in the first one. In the
It's
original.
not in the first one.
Oh shit.
That was pretty fucking cool though. I'm mad though because I didn't save. I can go back and do it, but I had to play through like 35 minutes of content to go back and do the biker thing because I forget to save it like you do, which is stupid on my part. Like after thinking about these, it's like
Did you-
fuck.
Did you not rotate your save?
Well, I didn't. Like,
Or you
so
didn't save?
there's a huge gap between
There is.
me, like doing the mission for Jesse and after the fact. Like there's a big gap.
Dude,
so
you
it's
gotta,
just like-
dude, you have to save all the time.
Yeah, I know.
This
I was
isn't
thinking about
Resident
that.
Evil. You're not trying to go for S rank. You you save all the time.
So
And
I
you
didn't,
rotate them.
I didn't get a kiss from Jesse, but whatever though. So I did get the top rank score. If you end that biker mission with 85% higher health or higher, you get kissed by Jesse.
Oh, I think I did then. Yeah, no, I did get kissed by Jesse.
So yeah, if you end at
Wow.
85% health through the whole thing, even that the main guy, you
Can-
get kissed by
can-
Jesse.
Can they just fuck already?
All the characters.
Can
Like,
Jesse
shit.
and Cloud just fuck already? I mean, really, there's so much sexual tension there, and Jesse's always like, "Just kidding, just kidding." No, bitch, you're not kidding. We know it. I know it. You know it. We all know it.
I might
You
be
want that
falling for
Cloud
you.
D.
Just kidding. And then fucking Tifa's in there, and then it's just like shit. Like there's so much like sexual tension in this game. It's unreal.
Everyone
compared
wants to
the
bang
original.
Cloud. So Tifa wants to bang Cloud. Jesse wants to bang Cloud. Wedge wants to bang Cloud. Everyone wants to
Yeah.
bang Cloud. There we go.
Bang,
Aerith, because Cloud reminds her of Zack, and then Yuffie's just a fucking freak. She wants to, so it's just like shit. But it's good though. I love it. I think the game's absolutely phenomenal. Now that I'm playing it more, like it's just like, oh, like it's a beautiful, beautiful game. The mechanics of it are awesome. Got first place in darts. That was pretty cool.
Oh, so you did that too? Yeah,
I
you
did.
don't get to play darts ever again.
Well, good thing I fucking got first place then. But yeah, the game's just stunning. It's beautiful. I'm interested to see where they go with it, especially with the mixed things. I haven't read what the ending is because, like, obviously you can now,
No.
but I'm not going to. And just to see exactly how it ends. Um, so we'll see how it goes. But the game itself is selling like fucking hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
which is
Will
phenomenal.
this outsell Final Fantasy VII Original?
Oh, I guarantee it. And I watched a couple movies, rewatched Bad Boys 2 just for the fuck of it. Watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That movie is fucking interesting.
Oh yeah. You texted us like, man, Tarantino has a foot fetish.
Dude, that's so apparent in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Because half the time it's just a shot. All of a sudden it's like
Biggest
fucking.
foot fetish.
That's literally how it shows up on the camera. Like it's their feet, like literally right here. Like half, like this is going on here, and then there's just a foot that's just sitting here. Like in
Ah.
one scene, Margot Robbie is watching a movie. She puts her feet up she's the movie theater. She puts her feet up in front of her.
And they're like
And then-
dirty feet too.
Yeah, they're dirty for some weird reason. And you see her, she's laughing at the movie, but her feet are just right there on the screen, like taking up half the screen. And it does that a bunch. There's a scene with Brad Pitt picks up this hippie,
I was
hippie.
about to say.
literally slams her feet on the dashboard, and the whole entire screen is just her foot.
90% of the screen is feet.
Yeah, and it's just you see Brad Pitt's head off in like the top corner. Like holy shit. Brad Pitt made mention of it during when he was winning one of the awards about Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish, and that's what kind of brought light to it. But it's so apparent in this movie. Oh my god. I didn't realize how fucking long that movie is.
Yeah, it's
2
long.
hours and
Oh.
45 minutes.
All of his movies are like that.
Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah.
expect that with a Tarantino movie.
I
What
don't
are
know if I've ever
director's
seen-
cuts?
Like
Oh, they're
3.5
fucking-
hours.
Yeah, that was
Django Unchained, I think, was the only other Quentin Tarantino movie that I've ever seen.
That
Ah.
was like probably the shortest one I'd seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Watch Hateful Eight. You're sitting there for 3 hours. And like
Yeah,
10
you are.
minutes.
It was
But I'm just, yeah, it was. I'm like,
He does-
holy shit.
The man's like Peter Jackson. He does not know what a director's cut is.
No,
I commend that. As much as I
But
don't
it
want to
was-
sit there for
puts all
3
the
hours.
footage together. He's like, I fucking like that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
it's
But sir, this is an 8-hour-long
I don't
movie.
give a shit. Shut
Roll
the
it!
fuck up. We're sending it.
I honestly can say, as much as I like Brad Pitt, I don't know what he did in that movie to make him have won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Like that guy was sitting there like,
He
okay,
went to that ranch.
yeah, but it wasn't like
He-
anything like
He
astounding.
beat the shit out of Bruce
Okay.
Lee.
Yeah, he fought Bruce Lee. Like that was kind of cool. The ending made the movie, I will say, and
That was such
like,
a cool. That
I've
was
never
that
seen
was
it.
a crazy
like,
ending.
the ending made the entire movie because it was very slow. There was sometimes I fucking would check the timer. I'm like, I have an hour and a half left of this movie. Oh my god! Like, I'm gonna fucking sit here and keep watching it though. I'm already fucking halfway, and then I'd watch it more and be like, oh my god! Like there were some slow parts, but the ending though made up for the whole thing. So for those, I won't
Ending
spoil
was
it,
on
but
acid, or not
um,
acid, speed.
yeah. Well, Brad Pitt was on acid.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm thinking more of like just speed.
Yeah, speed, but it was fucking.
Shit.
It was pretty fucking intense. Let's just say, without spoiling a bunch of it,
It sounded like it echoed.
it involved Leonardo
I'm not gonna do it.
DiCaprio and a flamethrower. I'll end it at that. Let's just.
Oh, and a dog biting some dude's dick off.
Yeah, mixed with a bunch of other fucking shit and a can of dog food. But it was pretty intense. The whole concept, and in the deleted scenes, they have Charles Manson more in the
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah.
They deleted like almost every single one of his scenes.
Yeah.
People
Really,
said
it
made
was.
them uncomfortable.
Yeah,
It was.
That's what the test
yeah.
audience said.
but yeah, he was supposed to be originally in the movie a ton, and then they literally cut him out of the movie except for like 30 seconds. They
Yeah,
talk
it's
about him
really-
a lot.
Who
Yeah,
played him?
But what?
Who played him? Wasn't it
I
someone
don't
like
remember.
semi-big? Okay.
I don't remember.
He looked really familiar. The guy, he looked really familiar, but he played a big. He was supposed to be a big part of the movie, and then they took it out. And he's in when you buy the movie, he's in all the deleted scenes. Like there's a whole section about Charles Manson. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like the in the theatrical cut, it's hey Charlie, let's go up to this place. Okay. And then they just walk up to a place. Charles
Okay,
Manson.
looking for this
That's it.
person. Oh, he's not here. Okay, have a good day. And then Charles Manson leaves. But in the actual like he plays a huge role. Like he's in it a bunch, like about him and the Manson family and all this shit. I didn't realize. I did research. They actually got a bunch of the names. They actually used some of the real names that were part of the Manson family in the movie. So it was pretty cool. But watched another movie. It was called Happy Anniversary. It was stars Ben Schwartz, Sonic, or um, John Ralphio from Parks and Rec. It's I don't know what to classify it as. It's like another like romance comedy drama thing for the most part. Whereas basically it's just him and his girlfriend's 3-year anniversary. He wishes happy anniversary, gives her breakfast, and she's like, "I'm not happy. I want to break up." And the movie basically goes from there. So that was, and it kind of stems from there. You see a penis. That's kind of fun.
Ooh.
Basically, his girlfriend at the time goes to the hospital, and she meets like an ex-boyfriend of hers that's married now and just had a kid. Like 10 minutes later, he texts her, I can't stop thinking about you. Let's meet up." And then sends her a dick pic. That's what guys do. But that was an interesting movie. It's only that movie was only an hour and 20 minutes long. Very short. So, but that's pretty much been my week. I'm trying to watch random movies every like a one or two movies a week of something I've never seen before. Just kind of change it up. Netflix is a lot of shit. So let's dive
Damon
into some.
Harriman is who played Charles Manson
Okay.
in it. Oh, one other thing that I did this week, I started watching this show called Haiku, this anime.
What is
It's
it?
a it's a volleyball anime.
I like it.
I heard nothing but great things about it, but I was bored at work one day, so I started watching Haiku. Top tier. Top tier. Let's get into some news.
Yeah.
Let's do it, boys.
Yeah, let's do
Um,
that.
Want to do the movie stuff first or do it last?
Let's get it
punch
out
it
of the
up
guy.
or just
Yeah,
get-
let's just punch it on out.
Okay. So I'll save the big piece for last. I will start off with some Disney stuff. Movie that I've talked about if they would ever make it, a live action movie has been confirmed. They are making it. Hercules is becoming live action. The musical Hercules is becoming live action. It is set for a 2023 release, and it is rumored to be directed by the Russo brothers.
As long as we get Danny
Shit.
DeVito still as a little dude, I'm good.
So Josh
You
Gad,
fucking okay over there?
Don't tornado a beer. I was just thinking. I was like, I've never tried this before. Let me try to, and then it's just all of a sudden just all in my mouth.
Josh Gad supposedly was asked to play the voice of the Phil, but he said absolutely not because the only person that should play that is Danny DeVito.
Hell yeah.
Josh
Hell
Gad
yeah.
plays Olaf in
Olaf.
Frozen. Olaf, yeah, sorry, Olaf. I should fucking know that. In Frozen,
My favorite.
Olaf.
Fucking Olaf.
Because
Olaf's
he
last
has a
name
really
was
good
Nestor.
animated voice. He's a good singer, but he said no. That the only person that should play that is the Russo brother, not the Russo brothers. Fuck, Danny
You
DeVito.
can't get this
Jesus.
today, my guy.
My God, those 7 shots are really getting to you.
Fuck yeah, they were. Holy jeez. In an interview yesterday, Ryan Reynolds was asked how he feels about Disney owning the rights to Deadpool. He says he believes it's a blessing in disguise, and it's a win for everybody. Not only is Disney a great company, they were going to put a phenomenal spin on this movie, as well as making it Disney's first rated R movie. People
Sounds like they're paying Ryan a lot of
Yeah,
money.
I was gonna say that's exactly what a corporate shill would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Uh,
Reynolds, but it sounds like he's getting a fat check.
he feels that we will get a better perspective in Deadpool
Ooh.
with Disney than we've
Sure we
seen
will.
before.
I'm hearing wallets with dollars in them. That's all I can hear.
So,
That's a fat change purse, let me tell you.
Yep.
oh yeah, guarantee it. The director of Wonder
Oh
Woman
my.
has come out and said that Marvel has been so successful doing shared universe concepts, but feels that it shouldn't have to be a shared universe for a successful universe, stating
Doesn't need
that
to.
Wonder Woman is starting the trend of solo universes in movies. I feel she's saying that because they failed so much doing a shared universe, so it's just her basically trying to
Yeah.
shit on Marvel. Like, hey, Marvel's doing it wrong. You're supposed to do individual universes. So a lot of controversy came from that she feels that a lot of people don't feel that same way, that um, a shared universe is the way to go because that gets everyone together. And the only reason why she said that it shouldn't be shared universes is because Warner Brothers and the DC universe failed miserably doing it, and it's just her way to try to hide that. So, um, I don't know. They're never DC already said that they're not going to be doing a shared universe again,
That's
because
not entirely accurate though, because their new movies have kept the same like ideology.
Yeah.
Like,
and they
if-
have.
if
I just don't
anyone's
think we'll
seen-
see them together.
I'd almost argue that like they're gonna attempt something, but it's not gonna work, and they're gonna end up all together. Because if you watch Birds of Prey, a couple of the things that do have tie-overs connected, like the Suicide Squad world to Aquaman, and like because
Yeah.
there are things that have correlation with them, and that's nothing but intentional. You don't accidentally make connections because if you want to, you're gonna keep a movie separate. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like, they made this too openable, I guess, or too open to start with, I would say, because they already having references from everything.
Mhm.
That I feel like what you're saying is at least like 95% accurate, because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you don't have to have it. But if anything, I feel like they're trying to do like solo everything and then merge it instead of making merging while being solo.
I think so too, because they have to establish a new Batman. They're gonna do another Superman, and
Well, like another
Based on-
movie or a new character, a new person.
a new person.
Because
Eventually
Henry
they're gonna make a new
Cavill's
Superman.
still Superman as of right now.
I don't know,
That is
man.
true.
He's looking pretty good as Geralt, though.
That's not gonna be a permanent thing. I don't think so.
They have that Netflix dollars, though.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers is way bigger.
They have that Netflix dollars, though, and he's a huge Witcher fan.
Like I
Yeah, he's a
definitely
big
get
gamer.
that. And like Momoa's probably gonna play fucking Kratos, but like these movie deals are so much more, and they're
could see 'em.
guaranteed. What, Momoa as Kratos?
Kratos? Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
They're already talking
Tattoos.
about it. He said he wants to do it. If someone's gonna do it, he said he's down.
I don't think of anyone else that would be a good fit other than like Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Jason bottles of mimosa.
But yeah, I can't think of anyone either. And actually, just a very small tangent. I guess not tangent, but like derail. Is if they're gonna do it, they would it would be forever, either a movie or something. But I would hope they would to for the if anyone's played Dad of Boy, the
Boy.
fight with Balder, they need Conor McGregor. They
Well, which
have to
which
have
series do
Conor
they go
McGregor.
with though? Do they start with the original or the new?
I think they would start with the new.
No, I would say go with the ancient Greece one.
It still keeps all the ancient Greece stuff.
They talk
Yeah,
about
but
it, but
this-
like
yeah.
actually showing Thor, not Thor, Zeus, and all that stuff.
Yeah, because this
Yeah.
like Dad of Boy takes place after the original trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
quadrilogy of God
Does
of War.
anybody truly have rights over Hercules and stuff like that though?
No.
No,
think so.
because you can't technically have rights on gods or like a religious religious theology, which is why Marvel and DC they tried to fight it like, oh, you can't have Hades or Zeus or Thor, but
Yeah.
everyone was just kind of like, nah,
The fuck you mean?
because you can't license a fucking theology, like it's
Yeah.
not possible, and that's why there's like the devils in both series, and they tried to call one Mephisto, but technically Mephisto is such a small version of the devil himself, like because there's like tons of different names depending on what theology you follow. It's just no, you can never label, or you can not label, but like copyright or have rights over one of those kind of characters.
That
It's
makes
just,
sense.
It's too hard. You wouldn't. I don't even know if it's too hard. I just don't think it's like possible. Period.
It's like trying to trademark God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much flack? Like, if I was to go to the trademark, if I was to walk into the trademark office and be like, "Yes, sir, here is X amount of dollars. I would like to trademark the word and character God." Can you
Like, wait, what?
imagine how many people would be pissed off and be like, "Nah, chief, that ain't happening."
I think they would just laugh in your face. Like,
You know
this is a
that
joke,
King,
right?
you know that King James Bible? Yeah, that's copyright infringement.
I'm getting all the royalties now, motherfucker.
Speaking of King James,
You
aka
Oh yeah.
LeBron James, just debuted on Instagram the name of Space Jam 2. It is called Space Jam: A New Legacy. It is set to release this summer. And
No, 2021.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this summer and it got moved. That the two main characters on the top of the poster, it's
I'm
LeBron
pissed
James
about
and Bugs
this.
Bunny.
I'm pissed about that. Why does James get top billing over Bugs Bunny?
So, it supposedly follows the same structure as the original, but not the same.
It's a
They
reboot.
said it is this. Well, they asked if it was a reboot or if it's a sequel. They said they're coming out and saying it is a sequel, from the original.
But is it a squeakquel like Alvin and Chipmunks?
There you go. Supposedly, they have asked if Michael Jordan will be referenced in the movie. They have not come out and said whether or not that was the case. And the structure of the movie, because LeBron James isn't retired like Michael Jordan was at the time of the movie. So they don't know how that's going to play into it.
Yeah, how the fuck will that work? It's not like he can be just like, yeah, hey, Is it? Oh, no, I was thinking the Heat. But hey,
Lakers.
Mr. Owner of the Lakers, I gotta stop playing basketball for you right now. I gotta go save the world.
I gotta go help Bugs Bunny. So yeah, they're not quite sure. Like everyone's trying to speculate how the movie will play out because Michael Jordan at the time retired from the NBA, went to baseball, and then that's when Bugs Bunny sucked him into Looney Tune land and made him play
And the
basketball.
Chicago White Sox just don't care.
Oh yeah,
The Chicago White Sox, I mean, they don't care.
They were like, "Fuck it, who cares?" And then because of Bugs Bunny, made Michael Jordan come back to the NBA. So, and then he won 3 more championships. But that'll be slated for next year. Don't know if it'll do good, but here's hoping.
Come on and
Big-
slam, and welcome to the jam.
A big movie delay. John Wick 4 has been pushed back until May of 2022.
Fuck.
So we will not be seeing John Wick 4 for some time, though. But on a positive note, it is rumored that the
Matrix 4
stunt-
comes out tomorrow.
yeah, I know that the stunt directors and the stunt choreographers are going to be used in the Matrix 4 that are being used in John Wick 4. So essentially, the movies will have some sort of crossover from one to the other. It is
It's using the same talent.
Yeah, it is rumored that Keanu Reeves really likes this director and this set of people that they've been using on John Wick. That he has asked Lisa, what the fuck's her last
Wachowski?
name? Wachowski, to utilize the same people, and supposedly it is going to happen. So there will be some sort of crossover between John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4, which would be really weird and extremely interesting to see. Obviously, they're not the same movie, but to see some of the same fight styles, I think is essentially what you're going to see. Last big piece that I have. What are you freaking out for? My dog's like pacing back and forth like a weirdo. Is actually 2 more things. One, all Star Wars movies will be available on May the 4th. 'Cause Disney's doing a play on May the 4th be with you. So they're
Yeah, but when are they releasing the original cut, you fucking cowards?
Never. They're never gonna release it. The last thing, I wish Nate was here for this, but whatever. Universal has created some controversy in the box office news world, basically coming out and saying that the box office, aka movie theaters, are no longer needed. Universal, for those who remember, a couple weeks ago released Trolls 2 directly to VOD, video on demand. And in doing so, it has made $160 million, beating the original Trolls box office money by $50 million. And by doing that, the CEO of Universal Studios came out and said, "Look, we did it. Trolls 2 was a success without ever going to I can't talk. Was a success without ever going to movie theaters."
Guys, guys, listen to this. Trolls 2 was a success. Like, listen, guys, it
Yeah.
was a
Of the century.
success.
It was. And because of that, he said that there is no real need for movie theaters come multiple years from now. He said that all movies going forth will now be released on VOD and in the movie theater simultaneously. So AMC, the movie company, came out and was like, "No, we're not having any of it." And the CEO of AMC movie theaters came out and said, "Unfortunately, due to the inconsiderate comments made by the Universal Studios CEO about movie theaters, going forth, we will no longer be airing and showing any Universal movie from here into the future."
I give it a year.
Yeah. So other companies came in and kind of put their 2 cents in. that they wouldn't want to be AMC right now. That if AMC wants to be petty like this, a lot of companies aren't going to want to release their movies because
Yeah, they just
Universal.
won't give it out to
Yeah.
movie theaters. They'll just say fuck it and say,
Yep.
well, why do we have to give you a percentage where we can just take it all instead?
Disney and Sony has
Mhm.
already came out and said that they are looking into the idea of direct to VOD as well, due to the success of what Universal did. And because of that, the Netflix CEO came out and said, "I wouldn't want to be AMC right now." That's all he said.
The Netflix CEO just he comes out and goes, "Oh, this is great."
It's like, fuck it, man. Give me the movies. I'll fucking put them on my platform. So yeah, so AMC right now, everyone thought, well, AMC thought in their mind that they were doing a good, where they were like, you don't want to put your movies in the movie theaters,
Oh, you're
fine, we won't
too
take them
good for
anyways.
us.
And now everyone's like, no, AMC, you're fucking stupid. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this trend continues.
I also read a story earlier today about how for the 2021 Oscars, there's going to be a streaming only movie. Like streaming only movies are going to be eligible for the 2021 Oscars. Supposedly,
It's
Yeah.
gonna be like a
that
separate
year.
category.
Well,
No,
Or-
they'll be included in everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And for the first time ever, I seen that as well. I forgot to add that. Thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, that was so direct on demand is becoming the future, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how. I don't movie theaters won't go away,
Mm-mm.
but I think we'll see a huge decline year over year.
I feel like we're gonna see
movies.
the more avant-garde stuff go to movie theaters.
Yeah, like, the
Like the
big
stuff
budget.
that makes you really, the stuff that really makes you think, and
Yeah.
the stuff that is like very low budget. I'm sure is gonna go to. But boy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that your
Like all your independent films and stuff.
yeah, it's gonna become the new streaming for like these independent films.
And also too, look at the companies too. Universal, they're getting all the money from
Mhm.
Trolls. That $150 million that it made, it wasn't coming from the movie theaters. The movie theater wasn't taking a cut from it. Universal just banked all that money, pure profit. And it's genius. So yeah, they said that they're gonna keep doing it. And I think eventually once other companies start seeing the chain, look at Netflix. Like Netflix is doing a ton of movies right now, and they're worth a bajillion dollars now. So I think that we'll see a lot more movies do that. It'll be interesting to see for sure, for sure. So
Netflix is what we call a loss leader.
exactly. But that's all I got for movie news. Let's get into some gaming stuff. Do you guys want to go? I'll take my dog
Let's
outside
get-
really quick.
Let's
Like,
get into the
pacing back and
game.
forth.
Wow, this is gonna be a very boring little segment. Just you and me, Mark.
Well,
We're back in 2 seconds.
okay. Let's see how it is. Righto, you want to go first, or do you want me to?
It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me.
I only have like 2 things.
Okay, I got a bunch of things.
Yeah, I guess I can go real quick. They're both dealing with Valorant. So the Overwatch League MVP last year is moving over to Valorant full time. So he put
Oh,
out
wow.
he put out a tweet earlier this week saying, sorry, one of the developers at Valorant. Sorry, Sentinels, one of the guys on the Overwatch team, tweeted out saying, "We're excited to announce details about our Valorant team consisting of Sinatra, Shaw, MK, Zoms, and 6CS, which were the Overwatch MVPs of last year." So it'd be pretty cool seeing those guys moving over, and it's weird seeing that community kind of, I don't know, changing.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are moving over too, because it's like combining, from what I've seen and heard of it, it's combining the best parts of like Overwatch and CS:GO, two of the most popular like first-person shooters.
We just haven't like heard anything about Overwatch 2 in quite a while, so
No,
I feel since because of that, there's all these new games coming out, so people are kind of switching over to that sort of thing.
do you feel like we're gonna definitely like this is going to light a fire underneath um light a fire underneath Blizzard to be like, hey, we need to release more details about Overwatch 2 like ASAP.
I mean, I don't doubt it. Like, you'd hope so, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know if Overwatch and Valorant are the same kind of market. Like, I feel that Valorant's trying to compete with CS, like Counter Strike, a bit more
Yeah.
than Overwatch. But at the same time, they are pulling those players, so it's
Yeah.
difficult to say.
It may be unintentionally competing with Overwatch.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Um,
if you're getting the MVPs over from
Yeah,
Overwatch
that's
League,
huge.
it's kind of important.
yeah, that's super 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 big. He's also moving to whatever the house is of that esports league for Valorant too.
Oh jeez, so they're like
Yeah.
fully getting them pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, he's fully invested in Valorant. He's eating, sleeping, and breathing Valorant right now.
Big game. It's still the most right now watched thing on Twitch. I think a lot of it has to do with those free game drops that I feel once that ends, I think we're gonna see a lot of
Decline.
decline in viewership.
Mhm.
But it's only when you get the game.
I
So,
still haven't fucking played it. I still haven't even launched it up. I have it downloaded.
I played one match and it took fucking forever, and I quit halfway through it because I couldn't really take it.
But
Yeah,
Mark, I spent 18 goddamn hours of my life.
and that's why I
trying to get
haven't.
Valorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I haven't done it. It's because I remember you saying it took 18 hours to get the code. It's just like I don't want to fucking do that.
Like,
That's
it's
just
gonna be free anyways when it comes out. Like,
Yeah, true.
who the fuck cares?
yeah.
Excuse me. Shit. Well,
Uh,
if you have been playing it, a bunch of players have been bitching about cheating on it. So
Yeah.
that
They have.
their infamous anti-cheat has been broken. Yeah, they've been having a lot of issues on there. And apparently there isn't a really way to issue complaints to Riot about resolving cheaters and that sort of thing. So for
Yeah,
players, it's really difficult to get it sorted out.
Isn't Vanguard? I think I read somewhere that like Vanguard is just something you can just uninstall and still play Valorant.
I honestly don't know. It's a driver based anti cheat. So from my experience, it doesn't need to always be on. It just kind of needs to be installed, and it only runs whenever Valorant's running. So for me, like, I turned it off in my startup, so it doesn't really run ever.
Yeah,
But
only when you play Valorant.
but it installs driver side, so it's like a rootkit sort of thing. Like,
Oh.
it has access to all of your information and whatever data goes through your computer.
My
Which
favorite.
isn't great, but like, it's kind of funny that people already broke through it. Like,
Mhm.
we're able to be like a single player on a team versus 5 people and fucking wreck everyone
Yeah.
because you have an aimbot already. Like,
That's
it's just-
quick, especially for a beta.
At least they tried. Unlike
What?
fucking Call of Duty.
It was just Riot being so like stuck up about it, being like, "Oh, this is the best anti-cheat ever." And,
Yeah,
like,
we're putting
need
out
to-
a $10,000 or $100,000 bounty for anyone that can break or anti-cheat.
yeah, and it happened in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
It's like 6. Someone just got richer.
Yeah, it's pretty. Or maybe they didn't even talk about it and they just gave it out to everyone. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got for gaming.
Word.
Okay. So let me take a look at my gaming stuff. Hey, Last of Us 2 is a video game that a lot of
It
people are
is.
excited for. And hey, you remember how it said it was delayed till further notice because of Dave? We've got a release date.
Sure do.
Whoa.
So June 19th is the new release date for The Last of Us Part 2. And also, as a result of that, Ghost of Tsushima is getting delayed until July 17th.
There is.
Also, in the news, I don't think I actually have that. I don't. So The Last of Us 2 story got leaked.
It did. Big
Like,
time.
full leaked.
Narrative
Sony
and
apparently,
everything.
yeah, Sony apparently know who done it, and it's no one inside of the companies.
Yeah.
Apparently, just a hacker.
Yep. And they said that no one from Naughty Dog or Sony has done it.
I thought that was Sony saying, "Yo, this isn't real. Don't believe them. This isn't from anybody that matters." I don't know. That's what kind of confused me about it. I was just like,
Well, apparently the original story of it was that the director of the game leaked it out after he left Naughty Dog to go to another company.
Yeah.
But and the only reason we knew that this person worked at Naughty Dog and moved to this other company is because of their LinkedIn profile. But here's the thing though. This person that they said did this does not exist. It's all a big jape. That is not a real person.
Yeah, they said it's unclear how that they came out and said that they are not affiliated with Sony or Naughty Dog. SIE has indicated the primary individual is responsible for the unauthorized release of The Last of Us 2 assets, and they are not affiliated with Naughty Dog or SIE. They have not released other details other than that, especially how they gained access to very confidential information, and neither one of them, they didn't work for either one of the companies.
Yeah, because there was so many things, like the day that it happened and the day after it happened. There were so many things going around that I was a disgruntled employee because Naughty Dog was, forcing people to work really long hours to get this game out the door and all this kind of stuff. And then we find out that it's just a hacker. And it kind of blows all the conspiracy theories out the window. Now, my one buddy did read. He read through the story. He read it through. He took it all in, and he hits me up on Discord. Took it all in, and he goes, "So I read the Last of Us 2 story. Oh yeah, how was it? Fucking dog shit. It's terrible." And I go, "I'm just gonna be extremely ignorant on this and just say that this is not the actual story, because that hurts my soul."
Yeah, I think a lot of parts aren't actually there, and the whole thing wasn't fully leaked, and it was just bits and parts of it.
Apparently, according to everything, it's the full story. It's the full thing.
I'm hoping that that there's still a bunch of part missing, because I've heard the same thing, that it's the story that was leaked, and the game seems absolutely awful. Did you get the thing about the size of the game?
No, I didn't.
It was released today.
Oh yeah, I did.
The Last of Us 2. Yeah, The Last of Us 2 is the largest individual Sony exclusive game ever released. It will be 100 gigs minimum to start, and that as it goes and updates and expansions and things like that it will be upwards of over 150 to 200 gigs is what this game will be when it's all said and done.
Naughty Dog saw the file size for Call of Duty Modern Warfare and went, we could beat that.
Yeah, 100 gigs minimum is what the start of the game is. It's the largest initial download for any game in Sony history.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
To put it in perspective, the two largest games were Final Fantasy VII Remake and Red Dead 2 at about 90 gigs.
Yeah. So, we'll see how that goes. I won't ever be able to play it.
Oh, I can't wait to play it on launch day. Fucking
I never played the first one, so I can't.
Oh, it's really good. You should really try it out.
I know Dale's always talked about it. It's one of Dale's favorite games.
It's like $20, dude.
Shout out to Dale.
It's $20 fucking dollars. Just pick it up. It's great, like a 10-hour adventure. 10 to 12 hours. Like, not long at all. You could blow through that in a weekend. I have also this right here. You guys remember the 3DS and Wii U?
Yep.
You remember how it had an eShop?
Yeah.
Guess what's not going to have an eShop anymore in Latin America?
Wii U.
And 3DS. So we're finally hitting the nail in the coffin. In certain Latin American and Caribbean countries, limited Nintendo eShops for the Wii U system and 3DS family of systems have provided a few basic functions such as yeah.
Oops.
Basically, yeah, it's done. It's done in those few countries. So we're getting the final nail in the coffin of the Wii U. Finally.
Ba-ba.
Finally, the system that Nintendo won't even talk about. This is something for me, not for you guys. This is specifically for me. There's a video game out there called Deadly Premonition. And Deadly Premonition is a very weird game. Y'all ever seen Twin Peaks?
Yeah.
All right, did you enjoy Twin Peaks?
I didn't watch enough of it to say if I liked it or not.
All right, if you like Twin Peaks, you'll love Deadly Premonition. It's just Twin Peaks the game.
Is it really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. They announced, I think at the Nintendo Direct last year for E3, they announced Deadly Premonition 2. We finally have a release date. July 10th of 2020. It's coming out. You're going to continue on with the story of Francis York. So I'm extremely excited for that. I already have my pre-order in. It's a new month, guys. So you know what
Sure
that
is.
means. New Xbox Live games with gold and PlayStation Plus games. So first off, let's take a look at the Xbox Live games. So we got V-Rally 4 coming May 1st, so right now, through the 31st on Xbox One. Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr is available from May 16th to June 15th. Sensible World of Soccer is coming out for May 1st through 15th on Xbox One and 360. And Overlord 2 is coming May 16th through the 31st for Xbox One and 360. Did you know that they made a third Overlord game?
Really?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That was
Never
something
played
I didn't either. Did we talk about it last week? The leak for the PlayStation Plus games for this month. I can't remember.
I don't recall.
We might have, but there was like a huge leak. It's like, hey, here are the PlayStation Plus games for May. It's Dying Light Director's Cut and Dark Souls Remastered.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, that was super cool. It was going to be a great month for PlayStation Plus. Guess what games we didn't get for this month's PlayStation Plus games?
Either one of those.
Guess what games we did get?
What do we get?
City Skylines and Farming Simulator 19.
Woo!
Hey.
You know,
Go figure.
okay. I kind of had the expectation that we were going to get two bangers of a game,
Eh.
and then we get a game that I have gone on record to say I absolutely hate with a burning passion, and that's City Skylines and Farming Simulator. I would have been fine with Farming Simulator. I think the thing that pisses me off the most is City Skylines.
I like City Skylines.
Give me a fucking tutorial. That's all I ask. Just give me a tutorial. How do I connect the river to make water go through my place? That's all I want to know. I shouldn't have to look up guides on the Steam page, and I shouldn't have to look up YouTube videos on how to do this. Should just be common knowledge.
Before we
Fuck.
talk about the big one,
Yeah.
whenever you finish yours, I'm gonna talk about some of mine, and then we'll get to the big announcement.
Yeah. I still have a few other things.
I know. I was just letting you know in case you decided to hit it.
That's what
know
I was
it
thinking
in the middle
too.
of your it was in the middle of your news, so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So, hey, there's not going to be a Nintendo Direct around E3 this year, around the E3 time. Nintendo stated that because of the whole working from home thing, it's been a lot more difficult to kind of compile everything it's just not going to happen. So I would assume that we'll see a big Nintendo Direct probably in July or August.
Sure will.
But on the plus side, our good pal Jeff Keighley, host of the Game Awards and overall face of a lot of gaming stuff, is hosting a new event called Summer Games Fest. Basically, it's an online kind of celebration of games, and this is where things are going to be announced instead of E3. We don't have an E3, so this is kind of where we're going to get the biggest news, the biggest reveals, and the biggest announcements.
Yeah.
It's going from May this month until August of 2020, and we already have for phase 1 kind of the first phase of developers that are on board or companies that are on board. We have, this is according to Jeff Keighley's Twitter, 2K, Activision, Bandai. What the hell is Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Going deaf by the fucking ads.
Fucking GameSpy. I hate you so much. Or GameSpot. Don't. All right.
GameSpy.
All right. Hold on. Side tangent. If you make a website, you are literally the devil if you have autoplay ads on full volume.
Hey, fucking
You
make
are
me
the
go deaf.
worst person ever. And you have violated at least 15 codes of the Geneva Convention. Any hoozles. 2K, Activision, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Blizzard, Bungie, CG Project. I don't know. I can't read that. EA, PlayStation, Private Division, Riot Games, Square Enix, Steam, WB, and Xbox have all been confirmed to be participating in the Summer Games Fest. So,
Does this
hey,
take over for E3 in the future?
well, probably. I guarantee it. Jeff Keighley has the pull. Jeff Keighley has the pull.
Do you think E3 tries to partner with them next year,
Mm-mm.
knowing that E3
No,
is supposed to be the summer event?
I don't think so. I think E3's done. That's
I
just
agree.
me, though.
No, I agree with you. I
Battlefield
agree.
Battlefield 6 is in the works. Launch on PS5 and yay.
We just
No.
There's literally nothing else is known. Just EA came out and said, "Hey, this is being a thing, and this is what is coming out, and this thing." Yay! One of my favorite events of the summer is Evo, the
Yeah.
Evolution Fighting Game Evolution Championship Series. For those who don't know, it is the biggest fighting game tournament of the year, usually hosted in Las Vegas. Well, it's not going to be in Las Vegas this year.
Nope.
Due to Dave. What it will have, or will be taking place, though, however, is online.
Yes.
So people are going to be playing the games, online tournaments and stuff. The schedule currently features Dragon Ball FighterZ, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Tekken 7, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition, and MVC 2, or Marvel vs. Capcom 2, among other titles. So it looks like we might have a few situations of dirty fucking red bars at EVO, and I'm excited to see that.
Good.
I'm excited to see everyone just before the game be like, hey, you have to take a picture of your connection and your packet loss stuff before being able to enter this tournament.
I like it.
Other than the big news, that's all that I have.
All right, I got a couple quick hits here. So, as all sports have been delayed and canceled, biggest question, okay, so what are we gonna do for sports? So, Nintendo has made a charity stream of tennis. How are we gonna play tennis? Got
Mario
it.
Tennis.
Mario
Wii
Tennis.
Sports.
Mario Tennis. So, with that, the biggest names in tennis are going to be taking to Mario Tennis Aces for a stay-at-home charity event to gather and donate what they are hoping to reach as their goal for $1 million, with celebrities mixing with actual tennis players: Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Maria Sarapovich, to say the least, well as Haley Bieber, DeAndre Hopkins, Seal, Ryan Tannehill,
Seal's to be there.
Seal, yes,
What?
we're all gonna
I haven't heard that. I legit thought he was like dead or something. I haven't heard of Seal in probably 10 years.
Nope, they are actual tennis player will be partnering up with a celebrity to take part in this charity Mario tennis tournament that
Okay.
is set to take
All right.
place.
Guys, I'm going to start making a bet here. $5 says that at least one of them says the N-word on stream.
We'll find out.
Because we know how well NASCAR did.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is very true.
$5 right now on the table that says someone says the N-word.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. It'll be interesting. That is set to take place this weekend.
Have you
Xbox-
guys here?
Go ahead.
Sidebar because of sports and video games. Have you guys seen like the shit that they've been playing on like ESPN 8?
That's just random shit.
I saw today at work the National Cherry Pit Spitting Contest. Where who could spit a cherry pit the farthest? There was a Tetris thing going on.
Oh,
Running
there's
out
been
of
a
live
ton.
content.
There's been a ton of game things, like a ton. They had a Call of Duty
Oh.
tournament on last week on ESPN One.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like they actually had a Call of Duty tournament on ESPN because they're running out of things to show.
Well, yeah, because like I said when this first started, this is the time for esports to show that is a legitimate thing.
So yeah,
To
they're
show
running
its
out of stuff to
legitimacy.
show, and with no um end in sight as to when sports are returning, this is what they got. So the NBA is rumored to hopefully resume in June in Disney World, because Disney World's not slated to open until next year now. I don't even know where the fuck a basketball arena is in Disney World. First off, but supposedly
Apparently
there
there
is.
Well,
And
hey, I
that's
mean,
where the
if Full
NBA
Sail-
season's gonna get to.
If Full Sail University has a wrestling ring,
That's true.
you know,
Somewhere in Orlando's the Orlando Magic, but it's actually Disney World is
Huh.
slated to hold the rest of the NBA season in the finals. Rumored,
Well,
but it's like where the fuck is that?
apparently, according to rumors, Italy's Serie A soccer league is supposed to start up soon. Or at least practice is supposed to start up soon.
So we'll see. Xbox Game Pass subscribers has reached 10 million,
Yep.
making it the highest subscribed console. I don't even know what you even call that.
Gaming
Uh,
service.
Gaming service.
Yeah.
With 10 million active subscribers. So good for you.
It's a hell of a deal.
Oh, it really is.
If you play games, if you have any interest in like finding something, like if you got time to kill, especially like right now,
hmm
fuck it, subscribe to it. It's only $1 for the first month.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You get to play all these great games, or like someone like me who doesn't have an Xbox. Hey, I could play all these exclusives on my computer.
Supposedly, we'll be learning more about the PS5 in June. Sony is reportedly reporting that they were going to have a special PS5 exclusive event this June, because if whoever watched the original PS5 launch, they didn't talk about much. They didn't say what it's going to look like, the design, or anything.
Hold the phone there, Chief. They talked about a lot.
Well, yeah, they did, but it wasn't to the scale of the Xbox Series X.
They
Like actually
talked about
showing what it looked like.
They talked a lot about the infrastructure of it.
Yeah, that is true. But we didn't see what it looked like, and obviously there's rumors of how it is. Supposedly it's a V, but obviously the concept art of the PlayStations have never been the concept of what it actually physically looks like.
Well, that's also
So-
the dev. The V is the dev kit.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully in June, people have been long awaiting to know what this PS5 is going to look like.
Mhm.
So we shall see.
No better
Uh,
time to show it than 6 months before it releases.
Exactly. For some reason, EA is all about the Google Stadia.
Yeah, they are. It's so weird.
So right now, you can now play PUBG on the Google Stadia as well as Octopath. Coming this summer, you'll be able to play Madden, FIFA, Star Wars, and practically every single EA game on the Google Stadia. So EA
Octopath
believes.
Travelers is so good.
EA believes in the Stadia.
Sorry.
Why? No, you're good. I don't know what it is with EA.
It's-
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. Well, and like, because PUBG isn't EA or Octopath Travelers isn't EA either, but companies are now starting to go towards the Stadia, which, hey, good for them. When I talked about my time with the Stadia, it worked fine when I was plugged into my Ethernet port. It sucked on the phone, but hey, if you got a on the phone, it's not a bad little system, not a bad
Yeah.
little service.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. The last piece of thing that I have, well, two more things, but we'll talk about the other one together. League of Legends, not League of Legends. What the fuck did that? I'm literally looking at the
Whoa.
word Apex Legends.
Whoa, two different games.
Yeah. Apex Legends Season 5 releases next week, May 12th. Revealing a new character called the Legacy of a Thief. Her name is Loba. Loba Andre. She is a master thief, and diving more into the game, it is rumored that there is going to be a lot of similarities to Titanfall. One of the similarities at first glance, there is a GIF, as some people like to say,
GIF.
of robotic revenant, a simulacrum. That's how you say it, a simulacrum. I can't know if that's how you actually say it, but it first debuted in the Titanfall series. A simulacra are machines that have human consciences uploaded into them. So supposedly they will be utilizing this into this game, rather it being NPCs of some sort that Fortnite has brought into the game. You play Fortnite, there's actually guards that shoot at you
What?
that aren't part of the battle royal. Yeah. Right
What?
now, there's certain parts of the game where you go into where there's a boat that has a vault that you have to then fight guards to unlock the vault that aren't a part of the battle royal. Yeah, not even
That's so
joking.
weird.
Yeah, that's a new thing that they debuted. As well as the CEO said, if you like Titanfall, this is the season to play. They have not released what it is called. Fortune's Favor is the name of the season. Season 5. And that is an ad. I am sorry about that. So there'll be new quests, new modes, new guns, new treasure adventures that we'll be racing to uncover. So we shall see what happens. I bought the season pass last time, season 4, but I bought it twice. So I have like 2,000 random Apex points, so I can get the season pass this time for free technically because I already bought it. So we'll see what happens. And we'll know more next week. And last thing that I have, got some exclusive news on the Nintendo Switch.
Exclusive world premiere.
Got some deets from Nintendo of where
Yeah,
you can
did you call up-
buy.
Did you call up Mr. Nintendo?
I did. I called Mr. Bowser and was like, "Yo, where can we get
Is-
the Switch?"
Ezekiel,
Jebediah Bowser.
Ezekiel, Abraham Nintendo.
Exactly. I was like, "Hey, where can our fans buy Switches?" And he said one word. What
Nowhere.
is it? That's 2 words, you son of a bitch. But yes,
Not if you
Nintendo
spell
Switch
it
is still
wrong.
sold out. So yeah, you can't get Nintendo Switch.
No
sorry.
word is one word.
That's what I said. You said it was 2 words, you liar.
No, you said it would. You
No, I
fucking
didn't. You said it.
idiot. No, you did. Fuck off.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Run it back.
Run it back. You can't buy a Nintendo Switch still. Sorry, it's sold out. You probably won't be able to buy one for a long, long time. But I'll have another update next week as to where you cannot buy a Nintendo Switch.
Doug Bowser's official statement was, ha 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 ha.
Good luck. In big news, our favorite game franchise, probably
Sure.
not some people's favorites, but not others. Good old Assassin's Creed.
Y'all like Vikings? Y'all ever see the show Vikings?
Now you can play it. So first news released by us, the Level Unlock podcast, about 3 months ago. Exclusive debut news. Look on
World
Wikipedia to find it. You'll probably find it soon. That it was debuted by us that another Assassin's Creed is being made.
Don't look that up. Don't fact check that.
Yeah, don't fact check it yet. Give me about it. No, never mind. Scratch that. Run it back. Anyways, that there's gonna be a new Assassin's Creed, and there is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Did you guys watch the trailer for it?
I did.
Did you guys watch the 8-hour art stream of it?
No, I fucking saw that. I was like, this is stupid.
They did an 8-hour stream with one of the artists just doing art for it, art for the game, like promo art.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I watched like the 3-minute time lapse of it.
What do you got for it? I loved your one fucking piece of news for it. It was funny.
Which one?
The friendly one, and there was another one.
I don't know.
It was like family
Alright.
or something. I don't know. Just go over it. You can start, and I'll fill in.
Hey, Vikings. Main character is a nice Viking. He has
That's
a
what it was.
family, and he doesn't shank people like unwillingly, like just randomly. He's like, hey, I'm gonna let. This is all a CG trailer, by the way, a pre-rendered trailer that looks fantastic, by the way. There are times where I was like, is this real life now?
Yep.
No, this is just a video game. Apparently he has a family. Cool. That's not abnormal. I don't know why I put it on there. England
I seen
apparently.
that.
is-
I was like, he has a family. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I honestly don't. I was just grasping like anything that came up. I was just typing away. It was
Okay.
late or something. I don't know. I was
Good news.
probably drunk. England's going to war with the Vikings. There's an Englishman that's like, I'm going to war with the Vikings. It looks a
It
lot
says
more
exactly
bloody.
that too.
Yeah, it's a very that trailer.
The trailer
man.
was very gory.
Yeah, there's like stabby stabs and bloody bloods everywhere.
He fucking puts his wrist fucking knife through the guy's throat.
Yeah. No, I thought it was like through his face.
Oh yeah, it was through his chin up, and yeah, it was fucking.
Yeah, that was rad.
I was like, holy shit.
He mentions Odin. He's like, Odin's with us.
Yep.
We're gonna win. And so maybe the gods are gonna help you in some way, shape, or form. Main guy has Wristblade. It's coming out holiday 2020. And then at the end of it, you see the little Xbox logo and
Little-
it says Series X.
Yep. the
So we
first,
know-
like, big trailer for Xbox Series X.
So we know for a fact that it's going to be on next gen consoles. So it's coming out on PS5, Series X, PS4, Xbone, Stadia, Epic Game Store, and Ubisoft Store. You'll be able to play as either a male or female character named Eivor. Eivor. Sure.
I don't know how to say it either. Don't ask me.
Eivor. Eivor. So, other than going into the 100 different versions of this fucking game, what are the
I'm
news do you
surprised they
have?
didn't show her. I'm surprised they didn't show her in the trailer.
Yeah, because
knowing-
didn't they
because
show
that's
it
a
with
big
like
piece. It was all
did
the
they
dude.
show that with Origins or
Yeah.
Odyssey? That was a
Odyssey,
big
yeah.
thing with it. Was like, hey, here's the woman
Finally,
character
you
too.
can. Yeah, finally you can play as a woman. Yeah, they didn't show her in this, but yeah, you can do the whole story with a woman. It doesn't say if they're two separate stories, but I'm assuming it's just probably one.
It's probably just like an Odyssey, where it's the very basic of it being two separate stories.
So with any Assassin's Creed, these games are fucking huge. And it is now that this is the largest open world Assassin's Creed game ever made. You can explore 4 different UK cities: London, uh, uh, Winchester, York, as well as where the fuck was the other one? Uh, Norway, or London and Norway. So 5. It's basically the ninth century, the
Wait,
Dark Ages.
Norway or Nordic? Norway.
Norwich, sorry, Norwich.
There we go.
That give you access, because there's 4 different kingdoms that will be fighting in the Viking era, and you have access to go basically from one part of the fucking UK all the way down to the other.
That's the power of the Series Xbox.
Yeah. This has said that it'll probably, on average, probably take you about 25 minutes to get from one side to the other, if not longer, based on how large this open world is, making it one of the world's largest open world games, as well as it is officially the largest open world Assassin's Creed games. Obviously, you can't include the space games because those fucking things go on forever and ever and ever and ever, and those never stop.
See,
And there was
the
a-
Elder Scrolls 2.
Or what is it? What was that post-apocalyptic racing game back on the 360?
Desert Bus, Doom Bus.
What was the one that was
No.
supposed to be it was Chase or something? It would actually map the United States. You could drive with your buddies,
Oh, the Crew.
the crew.
Yeah,
you're
but it
supposed to be
didn't
able to
really do
drive.
it that well.
It didn't. You were supposed
There
to be able to
was-
drive from LA to New York City with your friends.
Oh, you could. I
it
remember
just-
beta
It didn't take
doing the
that
beta
long.
test for it now. There was, I can't remember what it was, but it was like a post-apocalyptic racing game. And
I'm seeing it in my head, but I can't think. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, but I remember like to drive from, there was like even an achievement for it. To drive from one end of the map to the other, no shit, took about an hour.
That's insane.
And it was the largest open world map in any video game for the longest time.
It is said if you take Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Unity, and Origins, combine them in the one map, that is how big this world is. That is fucking huge.
It's huge, but man, is that going to be a lot of waypoints to capture?
Yeah. Speaking of waypoints, kind of not really, different concept. Multiplayer. So it's multiplayer, but it's not multiplayer at the same time. So it doesn't have traditional multiplayer, but it allows you to create Vikings that your friends can upload. So it
Oh.
allows you to take them on raids.
It's just like the pawn system in Dragon's Dogma.
Sure.
You guys
I've
wouldn't
never
know
played
that. Yeah. Basically, they're slaves that you make, and you can use them to fight baddies.
Yep. Share your own
Get your
custom
party.
raider. Recruit mercenary Vikings designed by other players, or create and customize your own and share them online. Sit back and reap the rewards while they fight along your friends in their own games.
Hmm.
So you don't actually get to physically play as that character, but you can make a character for your friend, and you still can get upgrades and level up when your friend takes that character and brings them into their game, which is weird, but hey, it's cool. The last piece of news that I have on this.
I got a quick thing about Assassin's Creed from one of my chatters.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dark Sage 9117 was saying he had one big issue with the Assassin's Creed games. In the lore, it's known that Charlemagne was the only one that was able to use the Trident of Eden, and after a few hundred years before the Vikings, he assumes that in this game you're going to go after the Trident of Eden artifact, which is just based on what they know. So how is Ubisoft going to write that out of this one?
Yeah,
So-
you know.
It's like,
They-
how are
they're
they
just
gonna...
They're gonna assume you forgot.
This trident has to exist somewhere in this game.
Maybe.
every other one.
You know what? Just forget about it.
Do they consider these side games part of the main trilogy from the main four, 1, 2, 3, 4? Origins, the
Odyssey,
Odyssey and
Rogue?
Rogue and Valhalla. Like, I wonder if they consider this part of the main game.
Well, yeah, because like Desmond hasn't been involved in this series for a while, so I guess
Yeah.
this is just. I don't know.
Maybe
And maybe.
because I know because they all take place. I wouldn't say hundreds of years apart, but they can't. From Origins to from
No,
one
it's
to like now, I would say they're closer because you have like now you're at Vikings, um, which is pretty close to what I would feel would be on in the first one, wouldn't it be? The Renaissance and shit. I don't know when the Vikings and Renaissance
probably
happened.
not. I mean, I would assume this would be like what 1400s, like 1400s,
I'll look up to see what that Assassin's Creed timeline is.
because you got to think like uh, Origin is the oldest.
Yeah.
That's in the BC time, the BCE time. Same with Odyssey. Maybe the early like hundreds.
So Odyssey takes place with that's um your I'm trying to think of the fucking name of the people. Greek,
Greek.
Greece, and all that stuff. That takes, according to article that was just posted 2 days ago, 1431 BC.
Okay, never mind. I lied.
That is the oldest. That is the oldest game out of all of them. Assassin's Creed Origins, which takes place in Egypt, happened in 43 BC. Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes place in 1873 AD. So
Fuck
there,
me. Okay, I was completely wrong.
so between Odyssey, which would be the original, to Valhalla, there is a 1200-year gap, and then
Go ahead. Keep going.
and then from Valhalla to Assassin's Creed takes place in 1191 AD. So there is about a 300-year gap between Valhalla and 80. I mean, between Valhalla and Assassin's Creed 1. And then it just kind of goes from there.
It's a
Where,
lot of games.
yeah. Assassin's Creed Black Flag would be the closest at 1784. Actually, it's Syndicate, which was a shit fucking game, which is 1868, which would be the closest.
You call that one a shit fucking game, but not Unity.
Unity was pretty trash too, and I hated Syndicate way more. I like the concept of Unity, but the four
Barely
players,
fucking worked.
it didn't. It really didn't. Yeah, from
Maybe
Assassin's.
the reason that Assassin's Creed isn't a yearly franchise for a while. There wasn't a yearly franchise for a bit.
Oh wait, sorry. Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so Assassin's Creed 1 was 1191 AD. Assassin's Creed 2 was 1450 to 1500s. Assassin's Creed 3 took place toward in the middle of.
That was like 1776.
Yeah, that was 1754 to 1783 because that was during the Revolutionary War, the
Yeah.
American Revolution. And Black Flag took place in 1712 to 1722. So yeah, this basically we reverted to go before the Trident of Edith, where that all comes full circle in the regular Assassin's Creed. So we'll
see
see.
what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens if they make mention of the original Assassin's Creed.
I mean,
I
I'll
don't
probably
doubt
pick
it.
it up because it's gonna be like the only game available on either one of these systems.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it makes mention because we're creeping with Valhalla. We're creeping closer to the original Assassin's Creed. Um, obviously there's still a 300-year gap, but it's the closest we've been in
long time.
5 games plus. So we shall see. And the last thing I have on this, that this game was worked on by 15 different gaming studios.
Yeah, it was.
Because
Lot of hands.
the game is so large that each individual studio had a different part of the game to make. 7 of the studios were under Ubisoft's window. The rest were third party that were utilized to make different aspects of the game, combining the whole game together to make it what it is. Which
And
I've never heard of something like that. That's
It's a
unbelievable.
lot of money.
It's it's
Yeah.
not uncommon for a company to outsource some work to third-party developers, to like other developers, but not on a scale like this.
Yeah.
Where
So-
more than like about more than half the people that worked on your game were another like not owned by Ubisoft.
So supposedly this game is going to be a big game. It'll be interesting. I have never played. Which one do I have? Origins or Odyssey? I have
I thought you had Origins.
Origins. Yeah, that's right. Because you have
Sorry.
Odyssey.
I have Odyssey. You have
That's what I
Origins.
thought. That's what it was. So I have not played Odyssey. So I don't know. Not that it doesn't really tell a story. The only ones that actually told a story were 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, the Ezio trilogy, and yeah, I guess you could
Yeah.
say that the Desmond series did.
4, I guess, doesn't truly play into the first 3. The first 3 are kind of the only ones that more or less play together, with the other ones just kind of being there. But we'll see how it goes. I love Assassin's Creed. Fucking tattoo on my wrist. So Black Flag, my favorite Assassin's Creed. So we'll see what happens. That's all I got for news.
Well,
and-
I have one more thing
Oh yeah, go ahead, Ben.
with the Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
All right. So you know how Ubisoft really likes to have their different versions of their games?
Yeah.
How they have like 15 different versions of their games. Let's take a look at the Valhalla ones.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
So,
I didn't think about this.
we have the standard edition, the pre-order Assassin's Creed Valhalla standard edition. $60. This is from GameSpot. Standard edition comes with the Way of the Berserker mission and is available to pre-order on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Then you have the gold edition, which is between $100 and $110. So this comes with comes in both physical and digital formats. The gold steelbook edition comes with the game, any pre-order bonuses, and the season pass, and a gold steelbook for $110. Those who pre-order the $100 digital edition will get the base game and the season pass. Okay. So then you
Yeah.
have the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ultimate Edition. The $120 Ultimate Edition, available in both physical and digital formats, include the base game, any pre-order bonuses, season pass, and the Ultimate Pack, listed as exclusive customization content. The Ultimate Pack comes with the following items: Berserker Gear Pack, Berserker Settlement Pack, Berserker Longship Pack, and set of runes for gear upgrades.
Basically, you get better equipment.
GameStop also has an exclusive Ultimate Edition that comes with a steelbook for $130.
Jeez.
Then you have the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Collector's Edition.
I'm looking at that now.
The Collector's Edition bundle all of the Ultimate Edition contents, base game, pre-order bonuses, season pass, the Ultimate Pack, and a bunch of physical goodies. The Ultimate Edition of the game with pre-order bonuses, a replica statue of Eivor and her longship, 30 centimeters, steelbook exclusive to the Ubisoft store, collector's case with unique artwork, statuette of Eivor and his raven and Dane axe, 5 centimeters, 3 exclusive lithographs showing the concept art of the game, selected soundtrack, and numbered certificate of authenticity. The $200 edition is available exclusively on the Ubisoft Store and is available for pre-order now on the PS4, Xbone, and PC.
Look, I'm looking at it right now. Like that's like I can see why people want to get these, but I feel like you've had to collected these for a long time to actually make it worth it. So you have like a whole fucking room of these statues, like the
There
one of
are
Cloud and
6 versions of this game,
yeah, that's
varying
insane.
between $60 and $200.
That's
It's
wild.
ridiculous. That is Ubisoft to the T.
I don't understand why fucking games come with soundtracks anymore. Who the fuck listens to CDs? But
I mean, they're not usually a disc anymore.
Yeah.
They're just like a
Like
code.
my-
And they're like, hey, go on here and download this, and there you go.
Yeah, my collector's edition of Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. Death Stranding, there we go, that's the word. Came with a digital version of the soundtrack.
oh, so I'm assuming it probably because yeah, in the picture it shows that it's a CD.
Oh, it's probably a CD.
it'll probably come with
probably
a
is a
digital
s-
one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's wild. Wild, wild, wild. That's hilarious.
But that's all I have for the news.
Get some releases, shall we?
Hey, let's get into releases. This is for up until Mother's Day, the 10th.
I fucking forgot that was a thing. Ah, oops.
It's a joke.
No,
Okay.
I know what Mother's Day is. I until earlier this morning forgot what day it was, and I haven't taught my wife or anything.
See, I thought you said that you forgot that Mother's Day was even a thing as a whole.
Oh no, just that what day it was. I thought it was like another 2 weeks from now.
Guess what? It's
Nevertheless.
next week.
Yep. I'm just go ahead. Ignore me.
All right, so on the 4th, which is today if you're living in the Eastern time zone, Tatumari Complete Edition comes out for the PS4. Then tomorrow, we have, on the 5th, John Wick Hex coming out for the PS4 and Switch. Wintermoor Tactics Club coming out for the PC. Someday You'll Return coming out for the PC. And Pushy and Pulley in Blockland coming out for Mac and Xbone. On the 6th, we have Zombies Ruin My Day for the Xbox One. Task Force Campus coming out for the Switch and Xbox One. And Ping Redux coming out for PS4. On the 7th, we have Void Bastards coming out for PS4 and Switch. Infinite Beyond the Mind coming out for PC and Xbone. Spirit of the North coming out for PC and Switch. 80s Overdrive coming out for the Switch. Then on the 8th, we have Emma Lost in Memories for the PS4. Fury Unleashed for the PS4 and Xbox One. Super Mash, a game that I'm very disappointed about, coming out for Switch and Xbone. Sin Slayers Enhanced Edition coming out for the Xbone. Mecha Wars Desert Ashes coming out for the Xbone. And Megabyte Punch coming out for the Nintendo Switch.
I like it.
Not bad.
Let me tell you, Super Mash is a game that I was super excited for. Then reading reviews on it, it's made me very disappointed in the game because not good.
Really?
Yeah, that was the game. I think they showed it off at E3. It was the one where you basically take 2 game genres and mash them together, and it makes a game for you to play.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and it was
I
like,
guess Frogger and Super Punch Out. I can see like the animated thing.
yeah, and I was super excited because that sounded so rad. And then it's apparently been out on the Epic Game Store for a while, and just flew under my radar. And reading reviews on it, everyone's like, "Yeah, this game kind of sucks."
Oh, that
So
sucks.
that makes me really disappointed. I'll pick it up anyway, though.
Nothing really special on the release. If you have Quibi,
Coming out in movie theaters, nothing.
if you have Quibi, you can watch the new season of Reno 911 with all of its original cast, which is crazy to think about. Michelle Obama has a Netflix special coming out on the 6th. There's that.
There's
And
that.
there's some movies that I'm gonna look into to see if they're gonna be funny or not. One's called How to Build a Girl, and the other one
Nice.
is called Porno.
Tell me how that
So-
happened. Tell me how that works, because I might have to take notes.
So we'll see if these movies are gonna be anything interesting to watch. But
Probably gonna be trash.
probably. But that's what we like here. I'm just kidding. But that's all I got. And that's all I think we got. We can call that. Surprisingly, this actually ended a decent time. So where can
Yeah,
we
this
find
did.
you guys? What are we gonna be?
Oh,
what are we gonna do in this week?
hey, by the way, if y'all listening haven't noticed, Jeff isn't here. He's been having issues with his computer and Discord. And you may have noticed that someone else has gone silent for a very long time.
Yes.
And that's Nate.
He died.
His internet crapped out. So it's just been the Walker, Mark, and James show.
Fuck yeah, it has been.
It's just been the
YOLO.
I completely forgot to even mention that there's people that listen to this that don't see us.
That is true.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Let's see if we can. So where can we find you guys? What can we do? What can we get? Where can we get you?
Well, you can watch me make
there
mediocre
you go.
content on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. We'll see if I ever stream anything, hopefully someday soon, but I'll be sure to let you know. How about you, James?
Sorry about that. So you can find me at twitch.tv/people8studios. When my stuff works, I play things like Final Fantasy VII and Resident Evil 3 Remake. And I just picked up Chrono Trigger on the PC, so maybe I'll play that. Who knows? If you miss my streams and you want to watch my backlog of other things, you can go to youtube.com/people8studios. And if you want to follow what I'm doing in my life, go to twitter.com and look up at peopleIHate10. Walker, your turn.
I just got texted to me a link. I'm trying to figure out if it's real or not. That Carol Baskin just had her first interview with what she believed was Jimmy Fallon, but it was actually someone dressed up as Jimmy Fallon using a soundboard to interview Carol
my
Baskin,
gosh.
and the whole interview is now on YouTube. I am trying to look
My
through the article to
God.
see if it's real or not. So that's very, very, very interesting.
Oh, that's great.
I
That's
scrolled through
funny.
the video, and it actually looks like they're hitting on soundboards, and it's Jimmy Fallon's voice. And she's talking, and she comes back, oh, and she talked about COVID-19. Dave, sorry. So it seems like it's real. I'm going to have to look more into
Oh my
that.
god.
So that'll be interesting to hear what she has to say about everything. 'Cause she has not talked about anything since the Tiger King. She's kind of been in isolation.
Man, the internet is a weird place.
It is. How don't you realize it's not actually Jimmy Fallon if it's real? Oh, Jesus. That'll be interesting. Those guys might get sued. But nevertheless, you can find me, Captain Geach 15, on everything. Definitely be playing more Final Fantasy 7. Remake. Other games, don't quite know exactly yet. In terms of streaming, that'll probably be the only real thing that I stream throughout the week to keep that going. For all of us, you can find us Level Unlock Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, and soon Twitch. So make sure next week, I believe, hopefully we'll have our exclusive Twitch page up for the Level Unlock Podcast. You can email us levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com, as well as you can follow us on our Patreon, be a part of the Unlock Nation,
Just
patreon.com.
updated that today.
Yes.
Woohoo!
So we do have 3 different tiers. $10 tier gives you the most, and there's a 5 and there's a 1, and then there's also a non-tier as well. You can donate whatever you want, and it helps to grow the podcast. Patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. And as always, follow us on Twitter at what, Jameson?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And we forgot to announce it, or James, People I Hate Studios, forgot to announce it. But if we reach a certain milestone,
Oh yeah.
he's going to be doing something.
So I've decided, because I'm an idiot, if we hit 3,000 downloads by
3,000
the end of the
downloads.
year, yeah, 3,000 downloads by the end of the year, I will watch and write about every single Resident Evil movie on the Patreon. That's 11 movies that I will subject myself to. I'm even doing the animated ones. I will subject myself to all 8 or 9 of the
Reels.
live action ones just because we hit 3,000. So
Just for you guys.
just for you guys.
So let's make it happen, guys. We're on their way, and we can definitely do this. So appreciate you all. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week, hopefully with the full cast and crew, barring that there is no issues. But it's technology, so who knows? Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.
Have a good one.
Deucers.
Bam, 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 bam. And my wife.
Thanks for hanging out, folks. Have a good night.